All right, the thing is on. So yeah, just so you guys know. Sorry, my cord is under my chair again. So just so you guys know, I have put together a on tinybatman.com. One of the big buttons at the top is Strahd. And so that will take you to a page which has links to all of the recaps, all of the videos, NPC page which I'm making, which will have all the NPCs that you guys interact with listed. And we're gonna have I haven't got it 100% started yet, but lore pages so that there'll be information about stuff. So it'll be all in one sort of clearinghouse on tinybatman.com. So feel free to check those out when you have a moment prior to games. But in the meantime, as a very quick sort of recap, as soon as I get there, here we go. So recap on session two. So last time we went over a little bit about the tarot card reading, and we got tarot cards for both Dan and Eric, who had missed last time, I believe. And then you guys met. You guys were coming out of there, and you met Iggy. Iggy, someone from your plane who had come here at the behest of someone he calls either his master or his patron, and basically said, I'm here from Musif, and I'm here to help." And then you guys spotted that one of as you guys walked out, there was a guy who was watching you guys. See, now he took off, after you guys spotted him. But after you guys got back to the Blue Water Inn, you started talking about this, and sort of realized that there's you know that Count Strahd has what are effectively a secret police, probably throughout Barovia. I mean, the reception you got in the village of Barovia, uh, practically in the shadow of Castle Ravenloft, um, you know, uh, was they got you out of town just as quickly as possible. Then you came here to Valaki, and now you've been warned that the count's agents are everywhere. And part of the Renfields, that's what we'll call them from now on. The Renfield, like who are the detectives from the
Pinkerton,
1800s?
Pinkerton.
Pinkertons, like they're Renfields. They're like Pinkertons. But yeah, but in many ways so there was some rumors that the Renfields were using Death House, the old Durst Mansion, which colloquially is known as Death House around town, that they'd been using that for interrogations, captures, who knows what. But that the Count's agents are able to, they look like everybody else, but they are able to identify themselves because they wear a medallion that has a raven in it. The Count's symbol is a raven, and so they have a raven medallion that identifies them. And you guys talked a little bit about the plausibility of maybe faking these or stealing these medallions to try and go on from there. But ended up, you guys kind of went around town, checked out Valaki a little bit, and then made your way sort of over to the Durst Mansion, and checked it out, and kind of circled around it. Yeah, it looked like it has been unattended for many years. Although, as you guys were there, you saw that there was a light up in the attic window, which for an abandoned house, having a light in the attic window is fairly unusual. Um, Somebody sent someone up to check it out. I think it was
Iggy sent Phelan.
Iggy sent Phelan up to check it out, and a couple of things happened. So Phelan, the closer that Dan,
She.
she,
Yep.
the closer she got to the window, the less light she was able to see. Even though you guys down in the street, the light seemed unchanged. But by the time Phelan got to the window ledge, she could perceive no light coming out of the attic at all. But inside the attic, she was able to look in, and she did see what looked to be a couple of small skeletons lying on the floor of the attic, sort of intertwined with each other. So that was odd. You guys ended up breaking into the building, checked out a couple of rooms. It honestly, it gives every impression of having been largely abandoned. You did not see a lot of evidence. So, of all the rumors that the Renfields are using this as a sort of staging area or interrogation place or anything like that, you didn't see a lot of evidence for that. Most of this, it's very rare that that the dust on the ground is disturbed. It gives every indication of not having had a bunch of people in it. You guys were able to determine that the Dursts had lived here up until about 15 years ago, at which point they sort of disappeared off the face of the earth, and no one really knows what happened to them other than the general idea of, well, this is Barovia, and sometimes people just disappear. So there was that kind of discussion that went on. But like any sort of region that suffers under an autocrat, people don't talk that much about it. These things happen, and you're just glad it's not you. That kind of thing, especially with apparently a fairly active secret police, operating in the region. You guys continued on through the house, looked around for something. It's a great question, Gwen. There was something interesting about the picture. You did see, so there was a picture in the hallway, the entryway of the main level, and it was a picture of what looked to be the Durst family, mother, father, the father holding a baby. Let me see, man. Maybe we just pop that up. Let's take a look. Here we go. Yeah. So we'll just pop it up. So yeah, the father holding a baby, mother, father, son and daughter, a baby in arms, and but the plate underneath says Mr. Gustav and Mrs. Elizabeth Durst and their two children, Thornbolt and Rosavalda. Uh, no mention of the baby that Gustav is holding is on the nameplate, which was kind of odd. But yes, there
Yes, it's
was.
not like it was a picture, it was a painting.
It's a
They
painting.
painted the baby in.
Yeah, they painted the baby, but they didn't put him on the nameplate.
And her
So,
expression is a little bit like,
well, yeah, and the mother, in the expression in the painting, which they would have sat for, right? So, I mean, and this is the painting that they put on the wall, so you can see that Elizabeth seems to be casting what might, in literary terms, be a jaundiced eye upon the smallest child. So, whatever her feelings about that particular child, the artist seemed to capture it quite well in this particular painting. But yes, it was odd. So you guys went through that. You guys went through some rooms. You found a drawing room that had some rats hidden under some old skins that were covering the floor. It was a drawing room, a card room, a men's chamber, pretty much. You also discovered a large ornate dining room. In this case, the dining room did not have any dust or anything on the plates, cups, and stuff, and you guys were able to check it out. And there is a minor bit of magic associated, and these plates and cups were ensorcelled in such a way that they kept clean. They didn't have to be cleaned. So, where dust is covering all of the other material in the room and in this thing, everything on top of the table looks like it's ready for dinner. Further, you guys went up into the kitchen, and one of the strange things about the kitchen is that there's actual food in the kitchen: meat, vegetables, bread, and all of that, despite the obvious age of this building and the obvious long term that it has been uninhabited. That food looked perfectly good, fresh even, laying there. And you guys checked it out, and you guys found a little pantry as well that you checked in, and inside there was more food that looked entirely fresh.
did anyone try the food?
Well,
No
first of
one,
all,
no one tasted anything.
I took
First of all-
some, but I did not try any.
are all the major food groups represented at the table?
Yes, the food pyramid was adequately represented, although a little heavy on meat and garden vegetables. Not much dairy, and not much cereals. A few loaves of bread.
Would it lean towards more olive oil than butter?
A place like this, I would say this is probably a butter country.
Are there any
Um,
sauce? Are there any sauces?
there weren't any obvious sauces, but I would say probably because of the climate, which tends to be a bit
Oh no,
chilly.
not the Sommier again.
No, the saucier. Remember the saucier run?
The saucier. So I would say, yeah, this is a butter country. I would say this is probably less because olives have to grow in the Mediterranean climate. So, and Barovia does not have a Mediterranean climate. It has more of a middle to middle northern European climate. Think Stuttgart, maybe. No, Stuttgart's in the south, isn't it?
Central.
Central. I would say probably northern Germany. What's in northern Germany?
Beer.
Bremen?
Hamburg. There's hamburgers there.
Hamburger. Okay. More like that. So
Schleswig-Holstein.
Schleswig-Holstein. The hotly contested for Schleswig-Holstein. But yeah, so probably a butter place. So you guys went through that. You did find a little closet that had a bunch of black hooded cloaks, that you guys took and thought maybe this would be handy to have. They seem to be in good condition. And then you went upstairs and checked out the thing. And here's where we sort of start today is you guys in the upstairs area. You've just reached the second floor. Let's just go ahead and put you guys back.
And
Yes,
how old do we think that painting was?
Older than 15 years. So probably
About 20
yeah,
years?
probably maybe 18 years. Yeah, no.
Okay, Dan,
no
how
older than
old's your
20.
how old's your character? I think you were the baby.
He is a baby.
No.
Yeah, I am young. I'm human and a young human. Let's say in my 20s.
Okay, so that could be you. You
Could be the
we
baby.
could be in your family home right now.
But yeah, you guys keep.
That's
Oh,
what
go
we're
ahead.
telling the authorities when we get pinched.
It's his house. He's the baby. But yeah, you haven't seen any people. The only creatures you've encountered is a little patch of rats that were hidden under some old, fairly torn up, bearskin rug type action.
Did we examine the rats to make sure that they were just normal rats? Or there was nothing?
I don't know that you guys examined them. No, I don't. In fact, I would have to say you probably did not.
I mean,
They tasted just like a rat.
Can't believe a couple of rats got away with a couple of hungry orcs in the house.
That's it. So we are on the second floor right now, and the staircase continues up, and we have multiple doors in here. Is that
correct? Yeah, you guys have just now come up to the second floor of the staircase. You found yourself in sort of a entryway is too strong a word. It's sort of an open area, a hallway of sorts, but it's wide, and this is where this could have been a second floor gathering area. Although there's no chairs or anything in here. The only decoration that are having, I mean, there's frescoes or painting on the walls that you guys have examined, and
we see suits of armor, and then a fireplace. Is that correct? That's correct.
Yeah, you've got a big fireplace, which you have realized is because there was another one downstairs. This is probably the main fireplace and chimney.
Okay, so that as I say, does that correspond with that same chimney?
It does, yeah.
And is there also another portrait painting on this?
There is not on this no more. There's no portraits here. The walls are have sort of murals on them. And at first, when you first looked at them, you would thought, oh, this is some sort of springtime festival that's being almost like a May festival that's being just represented here. But upon closer look, you realize that at first look, it looks like there are people dancing around in trees and things like that. But as you look closer, you see that they're not dancing, they're fleeing from what look to be these very highly stylized bats that are chasing all of the people in these paintings.
What a really odd painting.
There is a painting above the mantle on this, but it does not represent. It is not a picture of the family. It is a large picture of what looks to be a windmill, and on a
which is the crest.
Which is part of their crest, right? So it's trying to be more. The crest is quite stylized. If you remember what the crest looked like, I just had it on the sheet a minute ago. So it was sort of like a gold windmill on a green field. This is sort of like that, but it's much more realistically painted, like the portrait. You're guessing that this particular painting was probably painted by the same artist because it has similar texture, similar colors, and similar age, frankly. But it is there's no people in it as far as you can tell. It's just a picture, what looks to be a large windmill in the distance.
And does it look like it's a real place, or does it look like it was just a place that was from the imagination of the artist?
Hard to tell. There is a plaque on the
Oh,
thing.
okay. Well,
Read
Brunhilde
the plaque.
will take a look at the plaque. It's always good to read the plaque.
So that plaque says it's a similar plaque, little brass plaque, similar engraving, and it says the old bone grinder, Durst Mill, Barovia underneath it. That's all it says.
The old bone grinder.
Yeah,
Durst
old bone
Mill.
grinder is in quotations, and
Okay.
it says Durst Family Mill.
Okay.
That
Well,
sounds like
maybe,
a location. It looks
yeah,
like there's one locked door here that are aware of.
So on the south end here, both of these doors were locked, but one of the last things that Akutagawa did was unlock this particular door right here. The one that you can see that doesn't look to be locked anymore. The other one is still locked. The two to the north are unlocked. And there is another one that Feline is over by. Feline?
Mhm.
Feline is how to pronounce it. Yes? Dan?
Pardon?
Feline is how to pronounce that?
Oh yeah, Faline. Sorry.
Faline.
Yeah.
And Faline is hovering over by another door, which was right at the top of the steps as you came up. It was right there by the right, but certainly sort of off to the side. It's easily unnoticeable. But yeah, there are two doors to the south, two doors to the north. I believe that Grugilda listened to the door to the south as one of the last things that we did last time we played, and did not hear anything.
Well, we may as well go through that since it's a locked door.
Right, right.
And
So
it's
wait,
not
so
locked any longer.
this side here is
Yeah.
not locked? Okay.
Correct.
And I think I had both hands on my sword and I've been kicking doors in. Anybody?
Yeah.
You want me to,
we can
want me to
open
just
that for
open
you
that
if-
for
if
you?
you want.
That would be swell. I don't really, it seems like a lovely door. And I don't want to damage it.
Okay, I will stand over here and open the door for her.
Okay.
Then I will go through.
Okay. The door opens on what looks to be some sort of ballroom.
Ooh.
Is it a big, beautiful ballroom?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Where it's held
No,
every night.
probably not.
Would it
Uh,
be would it be to the
Lord.
east? Would it be to the east of the main office?
no, it's to the south. It's actually above the card room, but I get what I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let me get a light in here, so that we can all see what's going on. You guys can probably see, but
Yeah, I can see it.
Can we, does that second door that's still locked, does that also correspond? Like, can we see the corresponding door? Yeah, that one?
yes, you absolutely can.
Okay, okay.
One momentito.
Now,
Why is it
I
not?
Ooh,
feel
this is a
like the
piano.
entryway was sort of underneath the piano. It was like sort of the
Well,
corner. It
that
was,
didn't help at all, did it?
I can see the room, Les.
If you go in, you can see just fine.
Yeah, if you go inside, you can see.
There is another fireplace, but it's all the way across.
Opposite,
the-
yeah.
was there a fireplace in the office where we encountered the rats?
There we go. All right. Hey, speaking of, I think that's Eric.
There it is.
Oh, Eric.
Speaking of rats,
There he
Hello.
is.
Can you hear me?
Can do.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. Welcome, Eric.
Okay. Hello. I'm so sorry that I'm late. I just got the family to bed. I'll find out what's going on.
Yep.
Les, your recapitulation, as always, was comprehensive, well written, elegant, and I read it twice. Thank you.
Thank you. It's finally, I'm glad, because I mentioned that recap to everybody, and everybody kind of looked at me like they didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm glad that somebody's reading it. Thank you, Eric.
Well, and
Extra-
Eric
extra
read it
experience
twice, so
points for you.
That's for my reading.
Oh, nice.
Extra experience points for Eric for reading the recap. You're now level 3. Thanks, Eric. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
All right, so you go in there and you go in this room. So you guys peer in. They're going to the south, Eric. So this room, frankly, at one point would have been well, fantastic in what you suspect to be sunlight. There's some curtains over down in the south end, which you think would have let in a great deal of light. There are some red lace kind of drapes which are framing the windows and that kind of thing. And there's a white fireplace on the eastern side, and you can see a couple of things. One thing, when you walk in, right in front of you, you see a large, and while covered in dust, beautiful, still quite beautiful harpsichord that is sitting there. And not only that, there does seem to be something small and shiny sitting on the top of the harpsichord. There's also, over on the other side, is a large harp that is sitting over there that is just sort of thing. This and there's some chairs around the thing, chairs around the edges of the table and that kind of. This was some sort of, your guess is that this was some sort of ballroom. So the hall outside with the suits of armor and things like that would have been kind of like maybe a reception hall for parties and things like that, because this is definitely a place where people would have enjoyed a nice party.
Well, you guys are in for a treat because Tenzin was the lead singer of our orc punk band.
Awesome. Awesome.
And I just happened to play the harpsichord.
You said there was a silver object on the harpsichord?
There is indeed. It's just sort of sitting on the edge. Here, I have a small picture. So as you come in and you look through the room, you can see this harpsichord sitting there, and sitting, it looks like it almost looks like a creature sitting on the thing, until you realize that it looks to be almost entirely made. It's like a little figurine of a seated female human.
Does it appear to be of glass?
It does, either glass or crystal, and it's just
Okay,
sitting
well, I
atop
think we
there.
need to call over our resident witch for that. He's the glass man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't want it to run away, so I'm gonna snap its little legs off.
All right, you're not going anywhere.
If somebody even looks like they're going to be doing that, he is going and grabbing it.
All right, so Iggy, you're gonna go check it out.
Yeah, Iggy, come
Absolutely.
check this out. I think it's right up your alley.
All right,
He's hypnotized.
I
right.
think it's the Muffin Man.
all right, so you go over there and you take a look at it. I'm assuming that you pick it up, or are you looking at it from
Well, he
sort of
will
a distance?
examine it with his eyes first, but if
Sort
he
of
doesn't
leaning forward?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so it is a crystalline, probably glass or some sort of. It doesn't look. To your eyes, it doesn't look carved. So you're thinking that crystal is probably not what it's made of. It's probably glass. And it does seem to be a figurine of what looks to be an adolescent girl with long hair, and the eyes especially have these little small blue gems sort of embedded in them to make them look very lifelike. But yeah, it's essentially a glass figurine about 8 inches high, maybe, in a seated position of what looks to be a young girl.
Does he sense anything magical about it, or does it seem
Does he
incredibly
have-
well crafted?
Does he have detect magic?
He has a whole bunch of stuff. What is it?
All right.
He
Akuda,
does have detect magic as a cantrip.
All right, go ahead. You do detect magic and do magic on it. It does radiate a small amount of transmutative magic.
As
Does it-
in, it could be transmuted or was transmuted.
Could be either.
Is it a
A
person?
cantrip's really not going to give you a lot of detail. It's just, it does radiate a little bit. It does have some ensorcelment to it, and that ensorcelment comes from the transmutative school.
Does it look like the daughter from the portrait? You said it. What color eyes? Wasn't there something funny in the portrait with their eyes?
No, it's just the
Uh,
mother's eyes.
The mother's eyes she was sort of like looking at the baby in such a way that, made her kind of like seem weird. But in this
She just
case,
wanted
this
to know whose
figurine has
baby's mama was.
this figurine has small blue gems embedded in the glass. Akuda, give me a perception roll
Yes, sir.
for your trap check.
Coming up, let me just. I can never find this on the. It's a new sheet every time. I'm getting too old. Hold on. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
all right.
old and
And
blind
Les,
and deaf.
just as a reminder, Iggy has crafting skill,
Okay,
and glass is his specific crafting skill.
gotcha.
So
All right,
I don't know
so
what
great.
else he might be able to tell.
give me a
A roll
Give me, yeah. Do you have a specific lore for glass making or glass
Yep.
doing?
for
Yeah.
crafting. Yeah.
Give me a lore check.
Cool. That's
Akuda,
cool.
you do not see any obvious traps. The room is looks like it has not been attended for a long time, but everything in it seems to be still being good quality. 10, as far as you can tell, Iggy, the quality of the craftsmanship is quite good, although it's somewhat alien to the kind of craftsmanship, the glass craftsmanship that you're used to. This seems like it would be sort of it's intriguing from the point of view is that it could be a different sort of school of thought of figurine making when it comes to glass making, because it seems to have been constructed in a way differently than you might have constructed something.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do the contours of the figurine look really exceptionally natural, really as though crafted by a superb artisan?
They do. In fact, it's very naturalistic, very realistic rendition of this young girl.
Young
Probably you
girl,
would
a
guess
young
her like 10 to 12 years old, somewhere in there.
human?
Human girl, yeah.
Okay.
Ignore that one, Les. I just was testing doing it through the character sheet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
anybody know chopsticks? Maybe the figure dances.
Oh, well, again, I
think it's
used
a
to play the
person.
harpsichord in our punk bands.
I think it's a person. It's a person in there. It's a person. It's a girl in there. And I bet she knows all the secrets. And it's a person. Does anybody have any kind of spell to, I don't know, undo, turn to stone, or I don't, or
That would
I'm not
probably
sure
be
if that's
beyond most of our abilities right now.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got a feeling this.
Yeah, you guys are first level characters.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
that's right.
it'd be kind
So
of rude of me to give you
turns.
something like that.
Okay.
But I do
Uh,
think we should take her with us.
Oh
And
yeah.
I would be
Okay.
happy to carry
Well,
her.
I think unless you don't want to, I think you're probably the best one for handling something of that nature.
No,
Sure.
I definitely would like to have her. I'm fascinated by her.
Is,
Okay. Yeah.
is, is
I will gladly let our vitreous wizard take over.
All right.
I'm a witch. Darn it.
Which
Oh,
I'm sure I want that
vitreous
anymore.
witch. I'm sorry. Witch.
All right.
Witch. Witches are
So
cool. I like
uh
witches.
firstly, so Dan, Iggy, as you reach out to, I'm assuming you reach and pick up the thing, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So give me a quick dexterity check.
oh,
Okay. Again, let me try to do this with my character sheet.
All right.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
suspense is killing me.
18.
Yeah. Nice.
18. All right. So yeah, as you reach it, you reach out to grab it, and your hand just barely touches the thing, and it begins to sort of rock back and forth on the top of the thing. You immediately, I mean, you reach out and you grab it quite quickly to keep it from falling off. You immediately realize that even the slightest amount of playing of the harpsichord or having jostled the harpsichord in any way would have caused that thing to fall off of there. Even though at first glance, with the way it's shaped, kind of like sitting on there, seems like it would have been, it seemed at first glance, it would have seemed like it would have been made for something like this. The reality is not even the slightest. It would have fallen right off of there onto the floor.
oh.
And
Okay.
now that you have it in your hand, you realize that it is hollow inside, and that the glass is quite thin.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
the likelihood is if it had fallen to the floor, it probably would have shattered. In
shattered.
fact, as you begin to think about carrying it, you probably wanted you realize pretty quickly that you're going to have to take special care with this to make sure that it doesn't get accidentally crushed.
Okay.
If you like, Iggy, I have that that bolt quiver from the crossbow from downstairs. We can empty the bolts out. That kind of gives you a hard case.
Case.
You
And
put
we'll
some
wrap it in.
packing in there and maybe
Yes.
transport it that
Can
way.
I have some silk from my robe that I can wrap her in?
Well, you probably want something a little beefier than something cushy though.
That's what I
Nope.
mean. Yeah. Like a lot of silk wrapped around it inside the.
There's-
Okay.
there's
so-
So you
Gotcha.
can kind of, that way you have at least a little tougher
Yeah.
skin around it.
Mhm.
So
Or
go
we
ahead and write that down and I will remove it.
or we strap it to the monkey's back.
Well, that's an option.
That's an
Hey, a
option.
little
Eileen
rider.
can be a little rambunctious. We probably don't want to strap anything to her back.
She might get jealous. Grugilda, to your question, there are a series of chairs, like stuffed cushion chairs around. One theoretically could cut open the cushions on one of them and extract the batting. That might serve the purpose that you're thinking of.
Brilliant.
There's also the red curtains on the
Yeah, I was gonna say there was
walls.
also drapes you could cut.
Well, there's rat carcasses too. They're real cushy.
I'll go for the stuffing from the seats. Thank you very much.
Les, I'm gonna open the harpsichord.
Okay, you're just gonna open up the
Yep.
door.
Open
Okay.
it up and look across the.
So give me a quick perception check.
Perception.
And is the stool one of those stools that flip up that you put the sheet music in?
It is, yeah. It's padded on the top though. 15. Yeah. So you open up the thing and it opens up, and it's been a while since it's oiled. But yeah, everything inside the harpsichord, all the hammers, all the strings seem to be, if not necessarily in good working order. There is some corrosion, there is a fair amount of dust,
They're
but
complete.
they're complete, right?
Mhm.
And you're saying you want to look in the chair?
In the bench seat.
You open up the bench and you do find a few pieces, not very many, two or three pieces of parchment which do have music notations on them. I don't
Okay.
know if you have any music skill or perform skill in something like that, but
Well, it's got to be punk music. That's
it's got to be punk. Yeah, it doesn't look like punk music.
This might help cushion your package. You could crumple these sheets up and put it down. That's a nice crumple zone. We learned about that in the orcs physics class.
Orc physics.
I'll put the lid back down.
Okay.
I'll pull out the pieces and let Iggy observe those too and see if he wants to use them for that and or anything else.
Okay, I'm just writing down. We learned about that in orc physics class. That's going to end up on the internet later.
Oh,
So, all right. Other things. It does. As Akuda will tell you, there doesn't seem to be a great deal of the dust has not been disturbed in here. So, if there's been anybody in this house, they're not coming through here.
gotcha.
And as I come toward the fireplace,
hmm
is it clean? Are there ashes?
There are no ashes in the fireplace. It has been cleaned out. There's also no wood or anything in there either. So whoever wouldn't, at whatever point, the people who used to live here, the Durst family, one assumes, left this place. It wasn't in the middle of a party.
And there's no painting on the mantle of the fireplace.
No painting on this one. No. It looks like there may have been some sculptures on the mantle at one place. The dust, there are voids, not voids per se, but there are certain sort of gaps or in the level of the thickness of the dust on there. It looks like there may have been some small statuary, or it's possible that smaller paintings might have been in those like L-shaped racks that kind of in there. There's a variety of different voids.
Okay. And do we look under all of the chairs just to make sure? Are they like skirted chairs? Or are they just legs?
They're legs with some very low handles, back chairs. They're sort of Queen Anne style. You could sort of see them in the thing where they have this sort of circular, almost like clamshell kind of chairs with the little things. They are red in color, although red is quite faded over time, and do seem to be both identical to each other, and of fairly decent quality. I mean, these were well-made chairs.
So Gokilda would like to look out the window and sort of, if the drapes are closed, she would use her sword to sort of gently, not cut them or anything, but just to shift them to the side so she can have a look out the window.
Okay. As you look, you do see that it is a window, and you can see quite easily out to the front steps. The window itself is locked,
Okay.
but it seems to be intact. Give me a quick perception check. 17. As you sort of pull back the thing, the curtain and sort of look out on the window, it's still daytime outside, as well as much daytime as can be had in the mid afternoon of Valaki in Barovia. So which means it's cloudy, it's dim, but something catches your eye as you look out onto the street. You can see that there is a person out there
Is it
standing
the
in the
guy?
well, you can't tell from this distance because they're wearing some sort of cloak. And their face is obscured.
Black cloak?
A black cloak, yeah.
Because
At least it looks black from this here. It's probably the house is set back on the lot, so it's probably 80 feet to the street where this guy is standing, from your vantage. But he's just sort of standing there. And he looks like, at least to your eyes, he is facing the house. He does not seem to be moving at all. He's just standing there, sort of looking at the house.
So in my inventory, apparently last week or 2 weeks ago, when you said there was the cloak room with the cloaks and they didn't match like the children's sizes, they were all like adult sizes.
Correct.
I put one in my inventory like I'm wearing it.
Okay.
So if the person were to see me, they would see a cloaked figure. But also, I will like just step to the side.
Okay.
And let the curtains go back, and then I will tell everyone that we are being watched.
Okay. So as far as you probably looked at this guy for about maybe 10 seconds. That you had it, and it wasn't like you threw open the curtains and sort of like peered outside. You sort of like, pushed him aside and sort of looked out there. In that 10 seconds, though, the guy did not seem to move at all, just stood there, stock still, staring at the house. You couldn't tell if he was staring at you or the house itself or the front door. I mean, you couldn't see his eyes. You couldn't see in which way he was facing, but he didn't move.
Brunhilde, how far did you say he was from the house?
80, what was it, 80 feet? Because it's down and
About 80 feet.
You want me to shoot him?
Wow.
Yeah, if you remember, the house is sort of like, so you're down like this, so you can see that. So the street in this image is sort of off screen to the southeast. You're looking out what is probably this window right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because if this is like Baldur's Gate 3, I get better range at a higher height.
Oh, that's right. Baldur's
we
Gate
could
3
hustle down the
used a
stairs
pike.
and sorry.
No,
sorry.
my range is 120. That's well within the range.
Well,
No, you mentioned the height thing. Remember, you use a pike from like 10 feet up, and it's like doubles the damage.
It's it's a great tracking technique. Then he takes off running. We just follow the blood trail.
I hate to say it, but there's probably more than one blood trail in this part of town.
Yeah, that's the fresh
There's
blood
so many
trail.
blood trails. Which one do we follow?
The fresh blood trail. Sure call.
Yeah.
You tell me. I'll certainly take a shot.
Leave him be for now.
You me? All right.
I think we could try to intercept him, but like we run downstairs and go out the.
It's not worth it. He's just gonna run away. Let's just keep going through the house.
Okay.
Just
Anybody check out the big what is that? A harp in the middle?
Mm-hmm. It's a harp.
I didn't check it out.
That's a great cheese slicer if we need it later.
Got a harp. Is there a Guinness?
Oh, I see what you did there. The harp, like the harp is very much like, and I should say this, this is wrong. It's very much from a standpoint of age and quality, very much like the harpsichord, in that it doesn't look like these have been taken care of in any real way for over a decade. Covered in dust. There's corrosion on the wires in the harpsichord. The harp wires, at least one of them has come significantly loose and is sort of like dangling down, sort of bent, kind of thing. It's almost certainly neither of these instruments has been tuned or cared for in any real way. In fact, if anything, the harp is showing more evidence of disuse than the harpsichord, and it may just be mere for the fact that harps require more care.
Okay. Well, unless somebody thinks of something else, let's go try some of these other doors.
Yeah, we might as well go to the other.
I'm just gonna peek out this window again and see if that guy's still out there.
Who'd we lose? We lost Dan. Uh-oh.
Oh no, he said
He said we
has-
might. Yeah.
He's under the flood.
Okay. So you guys go back out into the reception chamber.
Well, Dan's character moved. Or did you move him?
Oh, he's still on the. I didn't move him. He's still at
there.
roll 20. It could be just his Zoom went kabork.
I'm here still too.
All right.
My
Excellent.
audio was out for a second. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. A coup de Celine is unbreakable, my friend. All right. So where are you guys going next?
There's 2 doors here across it.
Yeah.
3 doors.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, two straight across.
Yeah, and the double doors are sort of like a matching pair, the north one and the south one. All right, so you guys gonna go in there? You guys can open them.
Yep.
They are unlocked in this case.
Should we? Oh, okay. No, looks good.
Okay, so you go in there. I'm just gonna move my light source so that people who are watching at home,
Look, it's their
Hello.
CD storage.
hello people, can see what we're looking at. All right, so basically when you walk in here, this is very different from the ballroom to the south. This is more like a private office or library. You can see off in the at the northernmost end of the room, you can see that there is a large desk with a chair and some papers on it. There's a couple of easy, comfortable upholstered chairs near the fireplace. But most striking is the shelves of books that line the eastern wall, and then there's another section of library books that are library books. Of books that are in shelves here, sort of there. There's a little ladder. They go all the way up to the ceiling of the room, and there's a little ladder here that's sort of one of those slidey ladders that goes back and forth. Very cool.
Oh,
But there's a boatload of books. Some of them are scattered about. There's like a little work table over here that has books laid out on it. But most are in racks. In racks in the way. Your guess is probably there's close to 2,000 books here.
Wow.
wow. And do they seem to be written in common or other languages?
So you have seen precious little sort of written material since you come to Barovia. So
Oh.
do you have any linguistic skill? Is that a skill in Pathfinder 2? I think it is.
I have no.
It's probably not.
I say, ZZ, look, hardbound toilet paper.
That's it. Yeah,
Taking some with me.
It's in travel volumes. That's very, very nice.
Adventure packs.
What is this, Nancy
I
Drew
don't
and
know.
Hardy Boys?
There is a trait. No, there's no linguistic skill. Okay. So what languages do you speak? I'm assuming
Common and Dwarven.
Common and Dwarvish. Okay, so if you're going to go ahead and flip through a book or two and just sort of check these things out, your first glance is like, this doesn't make any sense. But as you sort of peruse these materials, you realize that it does seem to be, after a minute, it does seem to bear a resemblance to what would be considered common. Now, I would say that resemblance is in large part similar to the resemblance between modern English and Old English, meaning that you could probably puzzle out some of the words, especially if you like say them out loud. But that the script and the words themselves are strange to your eyes.
Wow. But the books, do they look that old? I mean,
It depends on the book. Some of them look comparatively recent. Their bindings aren't cracked. The leather is still quite supple. The pages are not fractured or fragmented. There are other books here that do seem to be quite old. And in some cases, real. And you can see that in certain cases there is dust next to the books. And I mean, not dust, but like page dust where the pages are disintegrating a little bit underneath the book. And in many cases, these are books that haven't been consulted. But this definitely gives the vibe to you that this is a working library.
Does there seem to be a filing system?
There doesn't seem to be anything specific. I mean, they're not in alphabetical order or anything like that. There may be an ordering system. It does seem to be It does seem to be quite tidy. So your guess is that there is an ordering system, but may have been the person who owns these books put them in these certain categories
Does there look
based
like
on
there's a couple
maybe on the
books that are on
contents or
this
something.
table?
On the desk there?
Not on the desk. There are some papers on the desk, but no books on the desk. There's another where Akutagawa is. And give me a perception check when you get a second.
Yes, sir.
Akutagawa. There's open books on this
Find
area
it.
here, and there's one sort of over here on a little middling shelf that looks to be close by.
Big Iggy's got big book skills.
Yeah, Iggy says speaks 7 languages and is multilingual, so.
Ooh, all right. You want to check out you can check out some of the books at your convenience, Iggy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right. So Akutagawa, what did you roll? Oh, a 24
I would
perception
think the
check.
cloistered cleric would be pretty wise in the ways of books as well.
All right. So Akuda, first of all, you don't see anything that's obviously a trap. Although it would take you a little while to look through all these bookshelves, that kind of stuff. But everything seems to be pretty much on the up and up. You don't see some of the sort of tangential kind of earmarks of like, oh, this is a trapped area, that kind of stuff. The one thing that you do see though with a 24 is that this bookshelf over here on the very last edge seems to be on an angle. And by on an angle, as you're looking down this way, you can see that the edge of this shelf, right at this edge, seems to come out about 1.5 inches further than the shelf next to it. And it looks like it's on an angle.
I'm gonna sing out, "Hey guys, found the secret door."
I was gonna say, yeah, it might be a door.
I think maybe we jump into conclusions here. It's probably not a secret door, he said innocently.
Totally got my first secret door, first level. Ah, yeah, watch out.
Killing it.
Velcro 6, you also ought to have some book skills, I would think.
I think I do.
You probably got some book skills.
Oh,
All right, so
yeah,
those of
well,
you
I
with
mean,
book skills,
A cloistered cleric for sure.
is there? So Dan, with your languages, is there anything specific you want to do? And I know Tenzin, you're over by the desk. Is there anything you want to do?
I'll pick up those papers that are on the desk, see if there are anything,
You take a look at those papers.
last notes or anything.
There does seem to be some of it looks like. I mean, again, what languages do you speak? I mean, common, obviously, but is there anything else?
Or an orc.
An orc?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not an orc. But as you look at some of the papers, you sort of shuffle through them. One of them stands out to you because it has a seal on it in yellow wax.
Well, this library obviously is not worth anything because it doesn't have the great orc poet like Wimmer and Zickhack.
And for some reason, I'm showing you a blank screen.
Yay.
That's the Beatles' White Album.
So just one moment while I fix this problem. I could have sworn this was not supposed to be a white screen.
Well, then I'll call Iggy over, fold it into a paper and toss it to
I was
him.
gonna say, he tends and flip it over. There you go.
There we go. All right. So you find there's papers on there, and there are various kinds of things. They don't look very important, but as you go through them, as you're feeling through them, you feel this seal on one of them. And as you kind of look at it, it takes you a minute to sort of puzzle through some of the weird old common, but it says Deed of Grant to Rosavalda, Rose, and Thornbolt Durst, granting them all legal rights to the mill that has been in our family's
Privet.
primly for generations. Signed, Gustav Durst, and sealed with the seal, which looks like it's got a windmill on it.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Iggy, can you kind of erase the name Roosevelta Rose and Thornbolt and put in Tenzin's name?
Look what I got. This is as loot goes, this could be pretty good. I mean, hey, I'm a windmill guy now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like for some reason that Gustav, the father, signed over deeded this windmill that is the subject of their family heraldry, and apparently a real place based on the painting in the other room,
Right.
over to his daughter and son. But again, only one son is
Right.
listed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they're cheating. Iggy Durst is not being listed.
Iggy Durst.
we'll
It's a snub. But yeah, I mean, it
Well-
looks like a legal document of some sort.
roll it up and keep that. Somebody
right,
want to tuck it away someplace to,
I'd be happy to do that.
okay.
And unless my main goal is just to look like as quickly as I can for anything that I would consider rare or truly unusual.
Well, there's a couple of books, and I mean, if you get to the point where you're reading some of the names on them. In fact, one of them,
Yeah.
there's one set that looks to be, well, it's a large set, probably well over 100 books that are all bound together, and it says the thing on the book, it says Consolidated Library of Barovian Law and Practice Through the Centuries, and it says volume 1, and it goes up to about volume 130. So it's a big set of that. There are
Okay.
other books as well. As you look, it says Barovian Law and Religious Devotion, says one of them. One says Law as an Institution Against the Vistani Incursion. And Vistani is a word you're not familiar with.
Anything not pertaining to law?
No, it doesn't look like I mean, these all, as you go through them, increasingly as you become more familiar with the sort of strange old common that you see here, it becomes increasingly clear that most, if not all, of these books deal with the legal profession.
Okay.
Hey, Iggy,
It's-
look at this 17-volume set over here. Something about Encyclopedia Britannica.
It's possible. I mean, it seems pretty clear that this was probably Gustav's office and that he practiced law.
Mm.
Hmm.
As we
Okay.
look around, do we see anything resembling, tchotchkes that we thought there were tchotchkes that maybe were missing from the mantle in the ballroom? Anything that looks like it could have been somehow moved here, that it was the sort of thing that was originally on the mantle over there?
Yeah, nothing like that. I mean, you do find a couple of things. The desk has a few items resting on it. There's a silver candlestick, a letter opener, a silver colored. I shouldn't say it's probably not made of silver, but silver colored. There's a jar of ink that has now been obviously very dried up and crackled inside. A couple of quill pens and a pen knife. If you open up the drawer, there's only one primary drawer on the desk, and it has just a stack of parchment. There's probably a dozen sheets in there, but nothing that looks like it would have been on the mantle in the ballroom.
Is there any of the wax in the seal so we can start making our own
Yeah, there you go.
windmill sign offs on?
Laying on the side of the desk is a small seal that has the windmill sign on it,
Wow.
and sort of laying next to it is a couple of sticks of yellow wax, a couple of bars of it.
Les, I'm going to make an assumption that this Durst guy was a megalomaniac because there's not a trash can here. So I
No
figured
trash
never make
can.
any
He
mistakes.
never made a mistake. He was that good of a lawyer,
Does the seal have any wet
like
ink on it?
Matlock. What?
Does the seal have any wet ink on it?
No, there's nothing wet on the seal. There is some dried yellow wax, little burbles of dried wax here scattered here and there on the desk, on the leather of the desk.
So we don't need to blow the seal.
Hey,
No.
that's something personal for you,
Yeah,
Velcro.
that's right.
No, it's just a little ice cream.
That's something you humans do.
But no, the seal doesn't look like it's been used for over a decade.
And
Is there anything in there pertaining to the undead, or in terms of like
Like among the books,
yes?
like Bartholomew's Guide to the Undead of local Barovia. No, nothing like that. These are, I mean, as you take a look around, you sort of assist Iggy in kind of looking through the books. All of these books seem to be related to the law.
Okay, and then I have scribing lore, so I'm thinking like, are these books properly formulated, put together well? Do they start out with proper chapters and
Yeah, generally speaking, I mean, you open up and you flip open a couple of books, and yeah, absolutely. They're all obviously handwritten, but they do seem to be well organized in principle. You also notice in certain books, if you pull one out here and there, or take a look at the books on the shelf, some of them are annotated with certain notes in a different hand, and one that you might assume it looks similar to the hand on the deed for the windmill. So it's possible that if this is Gustav's office, and we have no reason to believe that it's not, that he has been using these books and annotating them himself.
Anything like
The script looks the same.
a diary or a manifesto or a
Mission statement?
register of like a personal diary.
Seems like every book is a legal book.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and to your eyes, I mean, as you go through. I mean, if you take some time, take a couple of minutes to go through these books, this is definitely a legal library. There, and you don't find
Wow.
anything that looks like a journal, or not even anything like a calendar of meetings or anything like that. The other pages outside of the deed look like some sort of written notes, perhaps related to certain cases, although no names are used. So it's always initials, JD, FV, SU, that kind of thing are always thing. It's possible, there's a few notes of like contact ST about the property at such and such a place, regarding legal structures and that kind of stuff. So that kind of notes, nothing
Can anybody-
obviously
can
formative.
anybody do? I don't know what Pathfinder's like. Can anybody ritually cast detect magic?
Sure.
Yes, I can.
I'm going to try that and see if anything's up there glowing.
Hudagawa, did you find anything in the secret door to the secret treasury with all the secret money?
With the
With the
secret
secret
secrets.
vorpals?
And yes, Les, I'll cast detect magic, especially
Okay.
in the book area. I think I have a 30-foot radius, so I'll try to cover as much of the room as I can.
Okay.
Let's go.
Uh,
Library.
So in which are you looking in a specific direction?
In the library area.
In the library area. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you do not,
Library.
you don't the library area. That's good. I like that.
Library.
You don't detect anything that is magic
Okay.
in that area. All these books seem to be mundane, and they don't emanate any magical forces.
Velcro, it always amazes me how long these legal books tend to be, since they're all filled with briefs.
I like it.
I
All
will
right.
try again in the desk area.
Okay. Detect magic.
Yep.
All right. So at first you think, no, there's nothing here that radiates magic, but then you see a little bit of minor magic from the letter opener, which is small and seems to be made of some sort of silvery metal. Your experience so far here is tell you that it's probably not made of silver. But if you look closer, it does look like maybe it is. The candlestick, which is also silvery in color, the closer you get to it, the sooner you realize that it is polished pewter. It's not silver. But
the letter opener might be.
But the letter opener looks like it might be at least partially, maybe a silver alloy. And it does have just a sort of minor ensorcelment to it.
Can I try craft skilling on it again?
Sure.
And just in case, so you have the list of my languages now too.
I do, yes.
Back to
They're
skills.
speaking in Sylvan.
I like to talk to the trees.
Guquilda wants to sort of do the same thing, keep her hands on her sword.
Okay.
Push the drapes to the side and just look out the glass and make sure it just all aligns, but also she's looking to see if there's any more black robed people, like if somehow the guy was only on the front side, or is there a whole bunch of them?
Okay. All right. So you open up, you pull back the curtains, and you see that there's a series of four, in this case, four windows, that all look out to the rear of the house. These are the windows, the second floor windows that Akutagawa saw when he did that circle around the house when you guys first arrived. They are locked. but you can see out. You do not see any people out back. On a 19 crafting skill, looking at the knife, you do suspect that this is made of a silver alloy. It's not 100% silver, you don't think, but it does seem to be an alloy of some sort, and it does look like it's been ensorcelled. And you're not entirely sure how. This is not necessarily your area of expertise, but it does seem to have some sort of magic instilled within it. Now, that may be
Okay.
related to the alloying process itself, or it might be some sort of ensorcelment that might make it, I don't know, it's a letter opener, which means it's about 5 inches long. It has a blade on it, and that blade is sharp, but it's
So it
small.
could be used as a weapon?
It could be used as a weapon, yeah.
Give it to the thief, Yakutagawa.
Okay. You want this, dude?
Rugelda, your question, do we see any glass figures like the one that was on the harpsichord? We do not. This place looks fairly utilitarian. In fact, there's nothing on the mantle by the fireplace, nothing at all, including no voids. This is honestly, it gives every indication that this is a very well appointed workroom for a lawyer.
Did
A
I
fairly
find
successful
anything?
one based on the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Oh, did I find anything behind the bookshelf?
Did you try and move it?
Well, I did move away gently all the books.
Okay.
So the first step was to respectfully, and Akuda actually respects books. He's gonna carefully move the books aside, and he's gonna nose around. Does the shelf move? Does it wobble? Does it do anything like it should not do?
Give me a quick perception check.
Yes, sir. I can do that. Let me where perceive. I just move my thing. I lose this every time. It's kind of weird. I swear my brain is going. Where'd it go? I'm sorry, guys. Wait, perceive. Here it is. Ah. Does that work?
12.
12.
All
Ah,
right.
jeez.
So
Jeez.
the first thing you do is just try to sort of capitalize on the angle of the bookshelf and try and move it forward gently without maybe toppling it over. But you find that it doesn't move. It's like maybe attached to the wall or somehow it's prevented from moving. It does have a little scooch. If you push it towards the wall, it does have a little scooch room and will push back towards the wall. But if you pull it away, it gets to about that 1.5 inch area and then stops. You begin
Okay.
pulling the books off gently off of the thing, and it takes a minute. But by the time you get to one of the middle shelves, there's one book off to the left side that's bound in red leather, covered in dust, but it doesn't have any title on the thing. When you get to that, you remove the books from around that red covered book, and you can see that it seems to be attached in some way to the back of the shelf. Everything else moves, but that one, when you bump it, it does not move sideways or anything like that.
That's cool. May I please check for traps?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
23. You don't see any traps, but your guess is that this is probably some sort of mechanism.
Okay, I'm gonna try to maneuver the book. I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna pull, push,
Okay.
lift, whatever.
It takes you a couple of seconds, but eventually you pull the top of the book forward and you hear behind it a sort of like noise, a clicking noise.
Hmm.
Quite loud, that seemed not quite loud, but I mean audible, certainly, coming from behind the bookshelf.
That's probably the latch.
Okay, guys, I found the vampire. Get ready.
Revealed right there.
I found the
You're gonna
vampire.
turn into the boy who cried wolf.
He's hiding behind the books, the bookshelf. Okay, get ready. I'm gonna open the secret door.
Okay. You pull this, and the bookshelf comes after you remove that red book. The bookshelf now moves further than and it kind of just goes and opens up like almost like a door. So it opens to the left and sort of faces the window as you kind of push in there. And when you do, it opens an area that you can see.
Oh.
There looks to be some sort of small, and it's not a door or anything. It's sort of a doorway that you can walk through. That's behind there. As you go in there, you see a couple of things.
Oh.
So the bookshelf rolls back, and sort of you see inside looks like almost like a closet. It's got cluttered shelves. There are some books set aside on these various shelves, and these books look like they are in far more dilapidated condition than the ones in the library itself. In fact, if anything, there are papers sort of scattered around. Those papers are crumbling. A lot of dust in here, a lot of book dust. But the thing that gets you the most interested is there seems to be a skeleton sitting on the ground in front of a black wood chest
Huh.
at the other end of the closet
Okay,
of this
this is
room.
going to be Trap City. So, watch out. Les, I'm fascinated. I'm curious. I look around. Is it really, really musty in here?
It is absolutely musty, and you know, it's
Lots of dust.
yeah, a lot of dust. And the thing. So the guy, it looks there's a guy. He's got some clothing on, which looks to be sort of leather armor. The black chest seems to be partially open. He's sitting down and facing you guys. But he's sitting there and he's just sort of like the head is kind of like clocked like this, and he's got like a leather jerkin or boiled leather armor kind of cuirass on. But the rest of his clothes is sort of like, sort of dilapidated and nothing.
Can you see anything like sticking out of his body, like a arrow or a knife or
It's possible. You could just run up there and take a look.
Well, can I first search the whole place for traps?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I want to just clear the room. Hold on for a second.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, no traps. Looks pretty safe in here.
Wow. My rolls tonight are so bad.
Grugilda,
I rolled a 2.
You're
you think that skeleton is definitely human size? Sorry, go ahead. Your rules are sorry.
I'm
Go
just so bad. Oh my God. All right.
ahead. Everybody gets a 1.
Cleric, do you have anything you can help him with on that?
Yep, absolutely. I'll
got
go
some
over and
I
I'll
got some
grab the
healing.
foot of the skeleton and drag it out of the way for him.
Okay. Dan, let me know if she uses it at any point. And
She's
to what
using
purpose?
it right now. That's why I moved her in there.
Okay. Give me a perception check on her behalf then.
Okay. Ooh, is that in my character sheet? Can I switch to her to do it?
If not, you can use yours.
I bet it's in here.
Yeah, Kuda, if you need me to before you try something, I can cast guidance.
Thank you.
That was Faylene.
Okay.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
I'm sending you a message.
But you gotta give me a heads up.
I will.
See that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Akutagawa, you don't see any traps.
Yeah.
Grugilda, it's possible that it's about the size of a human, and the pelvic structure looks like it was male. So I suppose it could be Gustav Durst. It's wearing what look to be leather armor, and there is a small metal hatchet next to it on the floor, like a hand axe or something like that.
Okay.
Les, I wasn't kidding. Tenzin says if I could help him out, I go over and grab the skeleton by the heel and pull it back.
All right, so you're grabbing the skeleton, you're just dragging it away from the thing.
Yeah.
All right, and bringing him out into the library?
Well, I'll slide him back right now in front of this other bookshelf.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that way it clears the chest for Akuta.
Okay, so you bring him you bring him over to there and to sort of drag him around, and it seems he doesn't move or anything like that. You just drag him over and he's just lying on the ground and in a skeletal manner.
Yeah. No rings or anything, no signets on him.
Nothing like that. Give me a quick
Okay.
perception check though. You too, Tenzin, if you're looking at him. All right, 15 for Tenzin, 22 for Xandarius. So Tenzin, you can't see him, but Xandarius is you're sort of like eyeballing the thing for potential loot, and Grughild, I'll get to you in a minute. You notice that there are some. You do have a quick glint in the darkness where you see metal. And you look down, and what you see are three small, probably 2 inches long, and maybe a quarter inch wide at the widest, little darts of metal. One is stuck into a rib, another one is stuck into the ulna on the arm bone, and another one is stuck into the pelvic bone. They're all on the same side.
Okay.
Set off
I
The
let
arm
Akuta
one
Gala
is
know that.
possible that it could have happened had the guy put his hand up like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
I
sets
let
the
seem to
trap
be
Akuta
all
Gala
in a
know
line.
that the chest may have been trapped at one time and done its job.
All right.
Nice
Grugilda,
opening.
there doesn't seem to be any badges on the armor. In fact, you're kind of struck by the lack of accoutrements on this person. So there is the evidence that they was wearing some sort of some sort of pants of some kind. There are the remnants of, some leather moccasins or some sort of shoe on its feet, and this boiled cuirass, which is in pretty good shape. The rest of it is in pretty bad shape. Even the cuirass is open. So that's in this case the dart that is in the rib is visible only because the knottings that would have tied it together have come undone and sort of exposed the chest cavity. So you can see that.
Is the leather armor serviceable if somebody would want to use it?
It's old, but yeah, I mean, a human-sized person could probably put it on.
Okay.
It would serve more as because it opens in the front and was tied with sort of lacing.
Yeah.
And those laces have rotted away quite a bit. So you would need to take some
Okay.
rope or
I'm
something.
going to drag the whole thing out and bring it over to our cloistered cleric and say, "Hey, I found you some vestments."
Thank
Doesn't
you.
work that way.
Well, he says he's a cleric, but I don't see how he can do his blessing duties in that robe.
All right, so you drag him out into the library. And Xandarius, I'm assuming you're out in the library as well.
Yep, I
As
just drug it out to him.
drug it out there to Velcro. So I'm going to put you, yeah, right about there. And like, hey Velcro, I got a treasure. I got something for you.
Yep.
And as it clackety clacks around, Xandarius, Tenzin, and Velcro, give me a quick perception check. Akutagawa, what are you doing while they're doing all this fancy
I
stuff? Oh,
am just first of all, I'm sulking because I rolled a
okay.
1. I'm sulking a bit. Anyway, I'm gonna did we move the skeleton?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
No,
I drug
skeleton's
it
been
out.
drug it
dragged
out of
away.
the
It's still
room.
on the map
Gotcha.
because I can't.
Okay.
It's part of the map.
I see. I see. Okay. And we have searched the skeleton.
Yeah, pretty
That's-
much.
Okay.
Not much
and
to search. Yeah, go ahead.
did we open up that chest?
Nope, but I did tell you that
We
I
think
think it was
it's
trapped at one time because I saw some darts.
Gotcha, boss. Okay. When we are ready, I can try to disarm the trap.
Well, I think it's probably already discharged.
Oh.
Akuta,
Famous last words.
you also see after Akuta and Iggy, you guys both as Xandarius sort of drags the skeleton out into the thing, you kind of watch him go, and then you look back over the thing, and there is a piece of paper, sort of that you didn't see it earlier because it was underneath the skeleton, but it seems to be sort of up against the chest. There seems to be some sort of an open scroll or something like that.
That was Faylene for me, so she's just going to point at it and go,
Okay.
Gotcha. Awesome.
unless I
Faylene,
moved over by the
Sailor
books,
Man.
because while all this is happening, he's going to search for books that aren't about law.
Gotcha. Okay. Tenzin, you don't see much of anything. Xandarius, however, as you get the skeleton dragged out, and you sort of you're dragging it by its leg bones, and you sort of just like drop it to the ground in front of Velcro and say, "Here, I brought you a present." As you're sort of looking over, you look over at its hand, and the skeleton's hand kind of twitches a little bit.
Oh,
And then it sort of outstretches. And you can see the bones begin to do that. And then it looks around and it starts to sort of look for the thing. And by now its toes and hands are beginning to move either also. And at that point it sort of like sits up and looks around like this, and you can see that dark red pinprick eyeballs of an undead skeleton as it sits up and leans forward and tries to bite Xandarius on the leg.
I was gonna say, I think I would club it if I saw it moving.
It happened very quickly.
where is it?
I don't
It's
see
out.
it.
It's out here. It's
Like here?
out- It's
Yeah.
here.
I
Yes.
can't see it.
Oh, it's
'cause
over
I'm not
here.
in the room.
It's actually right here.
Okay.
Huh.
All right, roll for those of you in the library. Roll for initiative.
Jeez.
Oh
You
my
gotta find
goodness.
initiative.
Oh.
Oh, there.
Now, is that, do we roll perception or do we roll the one that says initiative?
Roll the one that says initiative.
I don't see the skeleton. Am I going crazy?
You're in the other room.
Oh. Okay. Boy,
+4. Excellent. Excellent.
that's what I get for finding
Did
a
mine
secret
show
door.
up for you, Les? Because I forgot to click on my,
No.
No, it
didn't.
did not.
it's 20, it shows up in the thing.
Yeah, but it's not in the turn
Oh,
order.
wait, hold on. We're doing initiative.
It did-
You're
yeah.
you're in the little room. You can if you like.
You might not have noticed.
Well, Faylene probably would. I'll do it for her.
Yes. I don't think anybody screamed.
Nah, nobody screamed.
Oh, wait.
All right, and so Tenzin got a 21. Okay. Let me get you in there.
I see it now. Okay.
All right, who
Since
am I
I see it,
missing?
I'm going to go ahead and roll.
I'm missing Iggy and
Tsukudagawa?
Xandarius, Tenzin, Akutagawa. Yeah, I'm missing Iggy and Akutagawa.
Akuga is being piloted by an old man who can't find initiative.
It's underneath perception. If
I
it's
can't find that
I-
either.
Yep.
It's
To the
on
right
I thought
side
I'd
of-
done it right, Les,
Right
but it
side of the
didn't go
page,
in.
halfway
Got
down.
it. I got you.
Where's my computer?
Ah!
That's
Behind
the
you on the
thing
bookshelf.
casting light at your face.
Hold on. Wait, I am seriously trying to find the initiative. I've got, there it is. Jeez. Okay.
All right, Akutagawa, 17, and again, and it went in. So hey, there we go. All right, let me and it's in order too. How about that? That worked out
How
great.
about that?
All right, so at this point, Akutagawa and Iggy, I'm thinking you guys don't really know what's going on yet. The skeleton is out there. It's just sort of silently come to life. Xandarius spotted, Velcro, Faylene, Tenzin, and Grugilda, all of you can see it as it sort of claws its way up. It's trying to get up, and it takes a quick bite at Xandarius. So that's going to be its surprise round. So we're going to just go ahead and do that. Let's see what its bite is. Ooh, dang, it has got, ooh, geez Louise, okay. It bites pretty hard. So it's going to go ahead and roll that for a little nosh. 10 is going to miss you, Xandarius, I suspect.
It will miss.
Okay, so and since it's a surprise round, it's only going to get that one action. So now we go to the top. Velcro, you are first in line. This thing just sat up and tried to bite Xandarius on the calf. And it looks like it's scrambling around looking for maybe a weapon, which it does not find. Maybe it's looking for its old weapon.
All right, I'm gonna cast Divine Lance. See what happens.
Divine Lance? What is it that even? I don't even know.
Sure to be fine. I think that the skeleton will love it.
Divine Lance. Look at this. You unleash a beam of divine energy. Range spell attack on the target's AC on a hit. 2d4 spirit.
I'm
Double on a
hitting
crit.
I'm hitting cast, but nothing's happening.
Okay.
That's the difference between a war priest and a cloister cleric under pressure.
No, I mean like the switchology is not working in the system. Cast, nothing.
All right. Whoop,
Nope.
something happened.
There's something went.
There it went. All right. So That's the damage. What's your ranged spell attack? You got to make a ranged attack, I
I
believe.
know. This is all goofed up.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's a targets one creature, unleash. Yeah, you may range spell attack. So it might be under spell. I'm not looking at your character
17
sheet.
will DC. No, wait a minute, hold on, that's days.
Oh, it's a DC.
Plus
No,
7.
it's Divine
There you
Lance
go.
22 on the attack. All right, so that let me check his AC. Yeah, that will definitely hit. Yeah, that hits him. So the Divine Lance smashes into him as he's scrambling around looking for what is probably the hatchet, and does 5 points of damage.
I think it's divine.
Regardless, he's
divine.
a skeleton, so he's not in really a position to fight off any divine spiritual kind of things. You crash into him. It smashes into him, crushes a great portion of his rib cage, blows out sort of a portion of the spine. You can see part of his arm, shoulder blade is kind of destroyed. He's very quickly falling apart. Bone chunks and shards fall to the ground. At least one of those darts falls to the ground into the rubble of his body. But as you do that, he sort of is knocked back and kind of like now he pivots and looks at you, Velcro, and you suspect that you might be his next target.
Oh.
Then I shall raise my shield. And it's my turn.
Ignatius, you hear the sound. Well, you're just right next to the door. Grughilda, you look backward. Grughilda's looking to the south, and of course she's got her weapon out. But I mean that's no different from any other time. I mean, Grughilda. I mean, when you guys were back at the Blue Water Inn, Grughilda was like standing around. She got an axe, you know.
Does
Pretty better, yeah.
What is that? Is that Italian beef?
Velcro, was that all 3 actions?
Yeah, I did a 2-action spell and then
Okay.
a 1-action raise shield.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he's got his shield up. Perfect. All right. So yeah, you see that. You hear what sounds like at first a sort of buzzing noise, and then the sound of what sounds like bones being crushed.
And
And,
Feline has told me danger.
What is Xandarius eating now?
Look,
So I
free
moved
candy.
to-
It does
I
keep your
moved
teeth
to-
white. Chewing on bones.
I move to that square, and when I see what it is,
Okay, right by the window.
I cast. Same problem. It's not coming up as a cast. So I'll just tell you. I'll cast Disrupt Undead.
Ooh, okay. Let's have a look. See, shall we?
Is that a spell?
It is a
Oh, it's-
DC 17 Fortitude save.
Disrupt the undead, which
Is
I
that a
would
first
never
level?
do.
Is that a divine spell or is that a wizard spell?
The witch.
I'm
It
looking
is
at it.
a-
I'm not finding it.
I can copy and paste it in.
I thought it was a cleric spell.
Is it
It
primal?
is
Is
a-
it vitality?
a-
Is it like vitality lash?
It is necromancy, but it
Oh.
does both. It says it's considered primal and divine at the same time.
Okay. Post it in the chat, would you?
Yeah, I
Have
don't
a
know why
good-
the cast button isn't working. I'll have to work on it.
I don't know why it's not showing up in Nethies either. So that's odd. Let's have a look at that thing. Tradition, you lance the target with energy, deal 26 vitality damage. Okay. So sort of similar to Divine Lance, isn't it? In that you're sort of doing the same thing. All right. But in this case, it's not a ranged attack. It's a fortitude save. So I have to make a fort. All right. My fortitude
Bet the
save
skeleton doesn't have high fortitude.
it doesn't. Yeah. He's got a +2 on fort. That's not great. What's the DC on this beast?
17.
17. There you go.
Oh,
Hot 17. So I get half damage.
Half damage.
All right. So go ahead and roll the 2c6. Might be enough.
Ugh.
Oh, no, it won't be.
Wow,
So half
terrible
of 3 is
damage.
1. And he's still
Wow.
up, although he did not
That
like
was
that either.
crap.
Another big chunk, this one got him in the hip, and it just sort of takes out a big chunk of that. So you see him sagging over like this, and
I'm gonna have to get that replaced.
yeah, it's like yeah. They told me I was
Feline
old.
moves out of the way, very embarrassed by that spell.
Okay. All right. So Iggy, you moved, and is that a 2-segment spell, 2-action spell?
No, only one, but
It's a
I'm
one-action
gonna leave it be at
spell.
this point.
All right. So you're gonna just stang. All right, Tenzin. energy flashing all over the place. This thing is coming apart right in front of you, but he's still on his feet. He's looking at Velcro. It looks like he's going to try and jump on him or bite him. What do you do?
I assume my stance.
Okay.
It's my
A
first
wide
action.
stance?
Mountain stance.
Mountain stance. That is wide.
And then
Yeah, he's showing off his boulders.
Oh, yeah.
and then I flurry of blow him.
All right. Flurry of blows. I don't
him.
know. It's time to make
Woo!
friends now, but okay.
That sounded good. 23.
Attack 3, unarmed mountain attack. Attack 3, 23 will hit. Boom. All
Why
right.
didn't it do damage?
I do know.
It's always good.
Huh.
It might be that they're just the damage isn't entered into the character sheet. But if you want to just roll the damage, so you and so it's just one strike. If you're doing flurry of blows, how many hits do you
Flurry
get?
of blows, I get 2 strikes is 1 action.
Okay.
And they add together. So if I have to do so much damage, both strikes add together.
Or like to
They're
go
not-
over a DC or
Yeah.
Oh, to go over
Gotcha,
like
okay.
the hardness.
Yeah,
value or
I'm trying to
something.
see
So it is
where...
a 2 action. That's a 2 action activity. You make 2 strikes, hit the same creature, combine their damage.
No, it's a single action.
I think it says 2.
It's single
Oh,
action.
it's a single. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's just they do those little images, and I
Yeah,
never get
those little
right.
square things are weird, but
Yeah, because there's 2 squares, but it's 1 action. So nice work, Paizo.
so should I just hit the thing where it says damage 1d8 plus 4?
But do it twice. So 11.
Well, I have to swing to hit the second time.
Okay.
No, I think you can just hit damage again.
Yeah, I think for flurry of blows, this
No,
counts.
you have 2 individual strikes.
Bing,
Oh,
bing.
gotcha.
Oh, yeah, you do. You're right. You are right. Apply your
So
multiple
the
strike
second
penalty
one
as
is the
normal.
16.
Wait,
16
is
is
there
gonna.
something to map? Is there map? Does the map kick in only when since it's 1 action?
Hmm?
No, it says even though it's 1 action, you strike twice.
But you still have to
You're
roll for
striking
both strikes.
twice as flurry of blows. So it's 2 strikes is 1 action.
Yeah, it's super fast, like
Yeah.
yeah, kind of thing, like they do on those things. All right, so
So-
the second one is a 16. That actually also hits just barely. It's a 16 AC a creature, so
Well, it's
ano-
11 on the first one and 11 on the second one.
so
So
22 points of damage. He had 2 hit points left. So as you sort of step forward, you do your mountain stance, takes an action, then boom, 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 and basically you get him right in the face with a couple of huge hits, and his skull just collapses. A big poof of like skeleton powder kind of blows off in a big circle around where its head used to be, and then the rest of the body just sort of like falls to the ground with a clatter.
We're gonna
of bones
nickname
hitting
you the
ground.
Bone Grinder.
The bone grinder, and it goes down right before Akutagawa was up. Akuta, you were just peeking through there, and you could see danger's over.
Hmm.
So at this point, we fall out of
Uh-huh.
initiative. So Akuta,
Yes, sir.
now that the combat is over, what are you going to do?
Oh, let me see here. All right. Wow. Okay. I didn't even get a chance to hurl an insult at the skeleton that attacked my
You did not.
friends. You don't just pop up and attack my friends. I will kick your butt. I'm a goblin. Don't mess with me. Anyway, I got a dog slicer. I will dog slice the skeleton. Anyway, I'm sorry. Where was I? I'm a goblin. Oh, wait.
You're
Is
in
that a
the.
chest?
You're still in the closet. There's the
Oh,
chest
the
is sort
closet.
of partially open, but at the bottom, which was you realize was probably hidden under the seated skeleton before it came to life, looks
Oh.
to be some sort of piece of paper is lying on the ground there, parchment, some sort.
Great. I will pick up the parchment. What's it say?
Okay. If you repeat it, and it is a scroll. Now it looks a little bit damaged, but it's 2 things about it. Obviously, it's not parchment, it's vellum. It's expensive
Ooh.
material.
Nice.
And 2, it's written in some sort of red ink.
Huh.
And there it is. You sort of open it up a little bit, and
Oh.
it
Oh.
says, "My most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I've not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeons, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth.
Well, okay.
You say you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Sir, save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strad von Zarovich.
Well, that answers the baby in the arms.
Yeah. And why the wife didn't like the
Yeah.
wow.
Well, I'm sorry, Iggy. It seems that you are not the illegitimate son.
I'm happy I'm not related to the guy.
but we can still change that deed.
That's it.
I don't feel like going into the milling business.
Oh, then
Any
you just
cool
sell
books,
it off.
Les?
Cool books.
Yeah. In
Among
the
those
hidden
ones?
room.
Yeah, so interesting as you peruse these are written in a different language. It is not Old Common. If anything, it takes you a moment to recognize it because you were expecting to see Old Common. But in this case, these
Orc.
are look to be, and let me make sure that you have this
I have
language.
Infernal and Draconic.
These look to be in some sort of variant of Infernal. And as you sort of begin peering through them, you realize that these are treatises, old treatises on necromancy.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh. How many are there?
Well, there's a couple. They're in really terrible condition. But they're very old, somewhat dilapidated, but I mean, theoretically, portable.
I think I have sacks. Did we already talk about that? I brought
Yeah,
my.
you've mentioned your sacks on a couple of occasions.
Sorry, it's very exciting.
Les, I'm going to carefully pick up the darts.
Okay, out of the bones.
Yeah, from the bones or wherever else, and then eventually give them to a Kutagawa.
Okay. Essentially, Akuda, he hands you, and there's three of them. They're about yay big. They're about maybe 2 to 2.5 inches long. Otherwise unadorned. They seem to be made of steel, and would almost be, you could almost look at them as being like thick needles. They're pointy on one end, flat and sort of chopped at the other end. They would be perfect for something, for example, a spring-loaded trap of some sort.
Could he throw them or no?
You
necessarily.
could. They're not built for throwing though. If you would, I mean, they would be suitable for a spring-loaded trap, and they would almost certainly, because of the weight, they're not very heavy. They would almost certainly have to be very short range.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, he can do what he wants with them.
Xandarius still back there chewing on that femur.
I think so. Yeah.
Nope. I'm gonna grab the rest of the bones. I'm gonna set it in the chair.
All right. So you're gonna gather up the
Keep one of the
undestructed
legs.
bones. Okay.
Yeah,
Just move
keep
them
a
over.
leg or an ankle or something, because makes it harder for them to track us. I mean, we killed them once, but so did someone else. So
Yeah.
maybe
never
3
know.
times a charm.
Well, I think Tenzin powdered his head, so
Yeah, he smushed his head. He's headless right now, so it's just a headless portions of skeleton that you put in the chair.
We'll get one of the helmets off the armor in the room next to us and just put it on top.
I don't really mess with people. I was thinking more like take one of the books and tilt it up on there so he'd be bookhead.
So you
Still got a
said
chest in there, Akuda.
you
If you
said
want to mess
Iggy
with
picked
that.
up how many treaties?
There's three large books of all written in Infernal, all dealing with necromantic magic. They're quite thick, but they're also in quite bad condition. But not unreadable and not portable. Some of the pages have already been largely destroyed, but most of the books are You could sort of, if you're careful, you can sort of bag them up. So Akuda, now I ask you, what about that chest?
Okay, well, I am gonna
Well, you might want to, before you do
um
anything, you might want to have one of the clerics give you a whatever you called it, Tom.
Guidance.
Guidance. There you go.
I told him I'd be happy to. You just has to
I would be
ask me prior.
delighted. I would be honored and delighted to be guided. Because apparently I am Mr. B, 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 Butterfingers tonight. So if you could guide me, I will try to
Looks
open.
like you get to add +1.
Should I check for traps again, or
Whatever you think.
The chest is partially open.
so? All right. Well, it looks like as Tom observed, it looks like there was a trap. It discharged. It does not mean there's not a second trap, or the first trap might recharge. So I will check for traps.
Okay.
Just
Remember, there's a
as
hatchet
I
or an axe at the ground too.
perceive here, and perceive a 24.
Ooh, nice. All right. And +1 is 25. So that's pretty significant. All right. So you sort of peer into you're very careful about this thing, because having seen the darts that went into the skeleton guy, you're thinking,
Yeah.
man, I don't know. This is obviously was trapped. You fiddle around with it, and as you peer in and you're sort of taking, yeah, you've got dark vision, but you're sort of like looking in from the side and that kind of stuff. And you do see what looks like a mechanism that to your eyes, had anybody lifted it up all the way, the mechanism would have triggered and spring loaded some things at the thing. It's almost certainly the darts that hit that guy. It also looks like it has been triggered, and not reloaded. It doesn't look like an auto loader or anything
Great,
like
cool.
that. So it looks like it's been triggered.
Yes, sir. And
You do
so
see a couple of things in the chest as well.
okay, what's in there?
All right. Well, there's a bag sort of tucked over to the left, and then there are some books, and it looks like some papers. You can't read them from here,
Okay.
though.
I'm gonna call over people who know more about documents than I do. Guys, I found some stuff. It's a book, it looks like, and some documents.
Zoink.
And
Where they keep the good toilet paper.
any any more, any gold or gems, jewels?
Not obviously. I mean, there's a little bag tied off to the side, but
Oh,
you haven't pulled anything. You're still just looking. You haven't
I
pulled
see.
anything out yet.
I
Akutagawa,
see.
there is a hatchet on the ground by you.
Got it. You know what? I'm gonna just take all the stuff out of the chest and lay it on the
Hand me the
floor.
papers. I'll take the papers.
I will hand the papers to Iggy,
Okay.
and
Iggy will look through them.
All right, so so there are 3 books bound in black leather that you pull out and you hand to Iggy.
Yes, sir.
There are also some papers. It looks like another deed of some kind.
Okay, great.
And the bag does jingle when you lift it up, and it is tied with a string.
Gotcha. Okay, I will hand off the book and the papers to Iggy. Hey, Iggy, what do you think of these? And I will undo the bag inside the chest and look in
Okay.
if I can.
So you want to look? You're Akuda. You're gonna look in the bag.
Yes, sir.
And then Iggy, you're gonna review the various
Papers in the
papers.
books, yeah.
Okay, let's do the bag first.
Yes, sir.
Akuda, you open that bag and you see nestled within 30 individual coins that look
Huh.
to be gold. They are counted out in little and sort of wrapped together in stacks of 5.
Yeah,
And there are 6 little stacks that are sort of waxed together.
gotcha. Great. Can I just pull the bag out and plunk it on the floor?
Absolutely.
And I'll say, guys, found some loot. This will buy some ale.
It definitely will. Gold goes a long way around here. So
I
it's
drink a lot of
usually
ale.
copper pieces. So and at least from what you've seen at the Blue Water Inn, Electrum seems to be making an undeserved resurgence in this area due to the lack of
Electrum.
silver.
That's
Because
cool.
they have silver. Yeah.
Because there's no silver in it. Gold probably goes a long way. And you do see that these are of Barovian mint, meaning they have the symbol of the raven on the reverse and the symbol of a very sardonic looking man on the frontispiece, which you suspect might be the Count. Very saturnine looking. Dan, Iggy takes a look at the books. So the books at first, as you open up, they're large leather-bound books, well made. They do seem to be empty at first. The pages seem to be blank, although the books themselves are of good quality. But as you get to the rear of the books, you can see that some of the rearward pages on all of the books seem to have some writing on them. In fact, you find 4 scrolls, 2 in one book and 1 each in the other 2 books. And the spells are Remove Curse, Protection from Poison, and Lesser Restoration.
Nice.
And one of them is a Detect Illusion spell, which is not typical for PF2, but it allows you to spot illusions if you use it. Second.
Okay, what was the second one? Sorry.
Protection from poison.
Protection from poison.
Remove curse, protection from poison, restoration, and something illusion.
Detect
Detect
illusion.
illusion.
Pierce the veil, they call it in this book. Also, underneath that, you also find let's say, make sure this is the right one.
Compromising pictures
Oh,
of Mrs.
so you
Durst.
find one note, compromising pictures of Mrs. Durst. She had a Barovian fans. So one time you, as you pull open, there's a couple of documents that seem to be wrapped together. One of them also has a seal on it, although this seal is in red rather than yellow. The first document seems to be some sort of note, and it's similar to the one that you saw earlier. In this case, it reads, "My dear servant, Aleko Dobromir. Since the Durst family has abandoned the house with no living heirs, the property has been reclaimed by my estate. Enclosed, you will find the deed to the house that I'm sure you will agree is not only full payment for your poor humble services to my estate, but also a deserving reward for your good deeds and charity to my beloved Barovian people and the church. Such a grand house, once renovated, of course, will certainly make you the envy of the aristocracy and perhaps someday soon grant you your rightful place amongst our number. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Dobromir.
Aleko Dobromir. This note seems to be as old as the one you found before. And as you look through the thing, you also find another deed of similar thing. Deed of grant of the house and property located at Mansion on the Hill, Barovia. Aleko Dobromir is hereby granted, and then it goes into that kind of thing. And in this case, it's signed by Strahd, and the raven symbol is etched into the is squished into the seal.
Huh.
Well, that's very fortunate, Iggy Electro Doberman.
They're just trying to
Would've
put you in
guessed that
charge
was
of
your
all this.
name. That's wild.
Velcro wants to examine the deed for like stains, ink stains, or any sort of like particles or unkemptness.
Okay. The deed itself, other than being old, seems to be fairly standard. You don't see any unkemptness. It doesn't look, if you're looking to try and see if it's a forgery, it doesn't look like a forgery.
Okay, so it's not a dirty deed and it's done not cheap.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I got it right.
Oh man.
I'm I'm on a stupid dad joke roll tonight, boys.
Jeez, you were working for that one. I may have to take some experience points away for that one.
I lose my inspiration.
You're back to a 0 level commoner. All right. But yeah, so yeah, you find a note to this Aleko Dobromir, essentially giving him the house.
But you said it was the same age as
It
the
looks to,
early-
yeah, it looks to be the same age. So on one hand, you've got a deed that was obviously written by Gustav Durst and signed by him, giving his children ownership rights to the mill, the old bone grinder, as it's called. And in this case, you've got a deed signed by Strahd, signed by the Count, giving the possession of the house to this Aleko Dobromir fellow. The weird part is both of those deeds seem to be approximately the same age,
And we
as do
don't,
both of the notes.
and nobody's been in here, so what, do we know this Aleko Dobromir? Like, have we heard him? Or maybe, Iggy, were you here before? Have you heard of him?
He's only here a matter of a day before us, though.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't think I've heard of him. I mean, do you want to make a roll, Les? Or?
No, it's not necessary. You haven't heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah, none of you have heard of this Aleko guy, but apparently, at least based on the note, he has done the Count some sort of service, and in reward of that, the Count has deeded him this mansion. Now, couple of things. One, the deed looks pretty old as the deed to the windmill. Second, the notes look equally as old. Well, the note that was sent to the Gustav Durst, the sort of vaguely malicious sounding note, whereas this one seems quite
Loving.
cordial. Yeah, not
Yeah.
loving, but I mean, obviously, it's very much a thank you note from
Yeah.
Strahd. They're written on the same type of vellum and the same type of ink. That sort of like maroonish red ink. So there's that. Honestly, they talks about renovations, and frankly, you've seen this house. I mean, it would take
It's not been renovated.
thousands, well, certainly hundreds, probably thousands of gold pieces to renovate this house to what you would consider to be livability or any sort of like comparable. I mean, it would take a while to get this built back up. It's in pretty bad shape.
It's a shame it burned down when we left.
We don't even know if they have a fire group of people here.
A fire department. All right, who's got speak with dead clerics?
We are level 1.
Well, we can't speak with dead with the guy you blew his head off.
Maybe he
He can't
can-
speak no more.
Maybe he can
write
Morse
it.
code some almond action or something. All right, but other than that, that's all that's in the chest.
Okay.
Do we want
Should
to
we
be crazy paranoid and move the chest to see if there's anything under it, behind it?
Good.
Give it a
I
try.
will I will see. Is it just super heavy?
It's not that heavy, especially. I mean, there wasn't much in it. The chest itself is strong and well made, quite large.
Is it big
so the
enough to
stuff,
fit a Kutagawa?
a goblin? Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, I think he might
Hey,
not be happy about it, but I think a Kutagawa
Hear
could
me
fit in
out.
there.
We got a new thing. It's a Kutagawa in the box.
Just drag a chest around, and every time somebody's like, "Hey, where you go with that chest?" a Kutagawa jumps out, surprise!
Yeah.
And then stabs a guy.
Stabs them.
Actually, not a bad idea. Les, a question for you.
Sure.
I should know this. How in Pathfinder 2, how tall is your average urban goblin?
About 3.5 feet, I would say.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Between 3 and 3.5 feet, so they're not huge.
Right. They're about the hobbit sized.
Yeah.
Like a football.
Pocket size.
Like a-
Pocket sized. They'd have to be pretty big for a frost giant, maybe. All right. Anything else in that secret room?
I will move the chest just for grins. I'm sure there's lots of dirt and
Did
dust.
somebody pick up that axe?
There's a hand axe that's laying there in front.
Seems to be of common make, steel bladed, a little bit of a hammerhead on the back of the end. It's definitely a combat axe, but a small one. It's not a battle axe by any
yeah.
stretch of the
All
imagination.
right.
It
I don't
doesn't give you
really
the
play
impression that it would be
balance.
good for throwing either. It's weirdly balanced.
Weirdly balanced.
You move, so Akutagawa, you move the chest sort of out of the way, and there does not seem to be anything underneath it.
Gotcha.
And it also, there's a void in the dust, meaning that the chest hadn't, to your eyes, it hadn't been moved for a long time.
Okay, perfect.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Are we doing anything with those documents? Are you taking the deeds, Iggy?
Yeah, we should, I wrote them down, so we
Okay.
should take those.
Yeah, take the documents. If no one has any objections, I will feed the spell book pages to my monkey.
Yeah, take them. That's what they're for.
Say that
Feed the
again?
spellbook pages to
I
your.
will feed them to the monkey. The monkey will eat them, and he
Poop
will
them
then
out.
know them.
Oh,
Oh,
Ah,
the
that's interesting.
scrolls.
Are you talking
Wow.
the scrolls or spellbooks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, one of those is probably too high level to do that with, right?
Yeah.
So detect illusion, as I think, is a first level spell. Then the other one would be lesser restoration.
That one I will not have him eat. That's too powerful. That's the
Uh,
restoration.
yeah,
And then
it's just
we'll go ahead and-
restoration.
Remove curse and protection from poison.
Okay. Remove curse
Thank you.
would be cleanse affliction. That's toxins and maladies. It works for everything.
That's divine anyway, so I probably can't cast that one. So
It's divine,
Never
occult,
mind.
and primal.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
then I
has
can.
multiple.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm working off of some old books, so I may have to do that. So cleanse affliction is what it would be. It's a second level spell, and it would be both. It would be essentially the remove curse.
Uh-huh.
Protection from poison would be
Probably resistance.
maybe. Well, certainly not Lashunta's life bubble. What the fuck is that? Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. So I'll fix those spells and get you better things. But yeah, I mean, it depends on if you want to feed her those. I'll let you know.
I'll look them up and let you know.
Cool. That
Well,
sounds
there's
great.
still one door over here we haven't touched.
Yep. I'm curious to see what the monkey poops out after eating spell.
Yeah.
it is magic.
And then he's gonna fling it at your enemies. That's how the spells get
That's how the
launched.
spell works. It turns out.
I think I might have to say goodnight. I'm so sorry. I don't
Are you okay?
No, yeah. I went to visit actually Eric, Maria says hi. I went to visit Maria. She's in Florida at her parents' house. Or her parents' former house. And I drove up to North Carolina today, which was a long drive. And so I'm having a hard time staying awake.
Oh, no problem. Understand
yeah.
completely.
Yeah. So
Good night.
but it was fun.
All right,
Good
we'll
night.
see you next
Take care.
time.
Okay.
Take care. Good night.
Bye, Gwen.
Good
Bye,
night.
Gwen.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Take care.
All right, so you guys now are checking out the other
The
doorway.
door that's down
Yes,
here.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, cool. Cool. You know, it's kind of cool having two gigantic orcs here on our team. I mean, who would have expected? I mean, I bet Strahd is kind of scared. I mean, got these
I don't
orcs on the
think so.
property.
He's faced orcs before.
Oh,
All right,
but,
that door is unlocked if you want to go in there and check that out.
Yeah. I'll
um,
step forward and I'll open it.
cool.
Okay. Yeah, so you see, I'm just going to put this in here. You see a large room. Basically, to your eyes, this is obviously some sort of servant's quarters. There are minimal, unadorned furnishings, including two rundown beds, a couple pairs of like sort of older foot lockers, sort of at the foot of each bed. There's what looks to be a closet door of some sort over here on the left. And you can see over here the door of the dumbwaiter is sort of standing open, and you can see the shaft. The dumbwaiter itself is not there. There's a
Rope.
bell and a dumbwaiter rope. Your guess is that either this would be you could both signal and receive signals for the dumbwaiter here.
Does it look like it goes down and up from this location?
It does, yes.
Okay. Did we
It's
find a
small. You might be able
dumbwaiter?
to Did
we
to
find a
throw a
dumbwaiter
Kudogawa.
on the bottom floor shaft?
Yeah, that's where it was sitting.
Okay,
Was in the
okay.
kitchen.
Gotcha.
So this servants' quarters are right above the kitchen.
So a Kudogawa, we found an amusement ride for you.
Yeah, stick them in there.
We'll check those the 2 foot lockers there.
Let me check them for traps,
Oh.
if I could.
Sure.
Okay.
Great, thank you. I'm gonna just do you want one roll for both, or
One roll for both. It's fine.
yes, certainly. I have lost my character sheet again. I'm
Nope.
sorry, guys. I'm just really having a rough time tonight. Let me see here. Here we go. Perception. Here we go. And
Get to add one.
Ooh, natty Twunzo. All right. So yeah, you don't detect any traps. In fact, as you look at these, you would be surprised if they were trapped. They're obviously for the servants. They don't even have locks on them.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm been kind of just being very careful around here.
Excuse me. Gotcha. Okay.
Very careful. Very careful.
So you pop in them.
So what's in them?
The first one that you open up doesn't have much. This is a few old, sort of desiccated clothing, some personal items in the bottom, a small mirror, a hairbrush. Nothing of any quality or anything like that. Obviously, certain. Same thing exists in the second one that you look at, except for down along the side, you see what looks to be a torn piece of paper. You pull it out.
Yep.
And you see this, and it is torn. It is a torn piece of parchment, nothing like the vellum that you've seen before. And it says, "Dearest mother, I'm scared here in this house. Though at times it can be bright and cheerful, and the master is gentle and kind, I have seen and heard things here that make me question my sanity. I've decided to return home immediately, and no, it is." And that's where the thing stops. It looks like it has been torn off or torn in half at that point.
Huh. And in this case, the master would refer to Durst.
Almost certainly.
Okay.
Sounds like match game. And now it is time for your blank.
That's a blast from the past, isn't it?
I'll step forward and open this side door here.
Okay.
Closet door.
All right. You peer in, and it does look like a closet. There's a bunch of uniforms hanging from, servants' uniforms hanging from the rack. They're typically drab, Barovian aristocratic servant formal wear, right? So just a regular drab thing. There are some black dresses with sort of gray sashes and lace collars that are sort of worn and that kind of stuff and yellowed. Otherwise, it's a dusty, cobwebby closet. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest in there.
Okay.
Plus, I'm going to take that small mirror and add it with my other mirror.
Okay. Gotcha. It's small. It's just a small hand mirror, a servant's mirror, a young girl's mirror.
Yeah. And
Well-
nothing in that closet.
No, nothing obvious. Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Next place is up then.
Yep. If you want
Guys
to move
going-
us all up, because I think that's got to go to
You gonna go up to the third floor?
to the next
Yep.
level.
All right. 1 second. Let me grab y'all. Okay, hold on. Oh, come on, you silly thing. All right, hold on. I tried to move it and I ran out of map and it wouldn't move the map. So I got stuck in the middle and I'm like, I don't want this to be stuck in the middle. All right, 1 second. Let me get Akutagawa
Iggy's up above him.
and Iggy and Faylene. Let's just grab Ig. Bring him. God darn it. Did it to me again. You did it to me again. And then Faylene, where are you, girl?
Right above the books there.
I got him. Okay. All right, let me get you guys squared up here. I just kind of dumped you into that room, so let me do this. All right, so let's see if this works. There we go.
Dun dun dun.
Brilliant. All right, you guys come into a new room. Hold on a sec. Just light that up a bit. So this seems a bit more open, but smaller than the one you were just in. Hold on one second. Here we go. So in this case, this is a balcony hall. It's a the staircase begins as you get higher. You could feel the staircase, the marble on the thing begins to creak a little bit as it carries you up to the third floor. You know, there is you know, you're just kind of like looking over. In the over on the front, ahead across from the staircase, there's another one of those armored suits of armor on a rack, and it's just
Mhm.
standing there. It's a little bit differently styled, in that it's a little bit larger, and this one does have on the chest plate, it does have the image of the windmill. It also looks a little bit older, actually. The armor downstairs was more, well, I hate to say it, but on behalf of Durst, it's probably more decorative. It did not have any insignia on it. This doesn't look decorative. This looks like it looks old, but this looks like maybe family plate because it does
Oh.
have the windmill sigil, similar to the stylized version that was on the coat of arms in the entry hall downstairs. And it's just standing there. You do see a couple. There's a little hallway over here, and this looks like an open room, some sort of open doors
Is it also holding a spear?
right here. And it is holding, in this case, it is holding, I believe, let me check. Let me check, just check. It is holding um, it's holding a glaive in this case,
Oh.
a large glaive, similar to how the spears were downstairs, was sort of plunked in. But you notice that that glaive is not attached to anything on the stand. In fact,
Floor.
yeah, it's just standing on the floor. So different from the ones downstairs.
You do have a door to the south too, Tenzin.
Down here.
Yeah, and then we got this open area over here too.
Is that the one you want to do first? Is this door here?
Well, why don't we? I'm gonna look in the open area. If you want to mess with that door or have somebody mess with that door, that'd be terrific.
Zandarius, as you step forward towards that towards this room right here and begin peering in, you have to step next to the armor.
Okay.
At which point Tenzin and the rest of everybody, Zandarius is sort of looking the other way, but the armor kind of goes as he steps forward and gets within 5 feet of it. The armor goes clunk, looks at Zandarius. The glaive comes up and he swings it around at Zandarius.
Ooh.
Let's roll for initiative, shall we?
Everything's
Oh.
attacking me.
Oh my.
Ooh, a 29 to hit. That's a natural 19. It might be a potential crit. What is your AC? They do crits in this differently.
Hang on a second here. I got to do my
We're rolling the hit for initiative.
initiative. My
Uh,
AC
He rolled
right
the hit.
now
We're rolling for initiative.
is a
I don't mind rolling the
17.
hit.
17. All right. So what did I roll? I rolled a 29. So 17. Okay. So that is definitely a critical success. Hold on. Let me change the
Where
layer.
the roll isn't on the screen. I don't see it.
It's up above, just below Kutagawa's
right here.
perception.
Oh, I
Yep.
see it now. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a critical success. So let's see here. With a glaive. So, oh, it just has different thing. All right. No, no, no. Why does it give me this? I wish they would do a proper SRD for.
What are you looking
Uh,
for?
I got it. It's critical hits. I'm just on Nethys and I hate it. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
You achieve critical success. You strike. You deal double damage. Okay, so in this case, the glaive whacks you in the back, and you're like, "Ow, that really hurt." And it is a glaive, so it whacks you pretty hard. Crit success. In this case, it is D8, so it's going to be D8 plus 2 doubled. That could hurt you.
Yes, it could.
So here we
Glaives,
go.
Glaives D8.
Ooh, 3 doubled is 6
Oh.
points. You got lucky. Minimum
Yeah.
damage. Bounced off your War Priest armor and managed the thing. But it's rearing back for another shot. So let me add a turn for this boyo. Where's Arnish? There it is. All right. His initial is not great. Not great at all. In fact, bad. He has bad initiative. All right, so let's go ahead and roll that 1 second. He's tough, but he's slow. So he made a 3. He begins clumping away towards Xandarius, who had the temerity to walk past him. All right, is everybody on the initiative roll?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
All right, let's sort them. All right, first up in the new thing, Akutagawa, fast little fella, and you see this suit of armor come to life and clankingly kind of turn to look at Xandarius, pull the glaive up, and wham, hits him right in the small of the back. Xandarius goes, "Oh, he got me!"
Well, what the heck? It's like a
Elizabeth,
haunted
I'm
house in
coming.
here. Holy walking suits of armor. Okay. I am going to not directly engage in combat because I'm a goblin thief. And if one hit from the glaive hits me, I'm a dead goblin thief. So I'll be splattered everywhere. I don't think I should run forward and engage. And it's a suit of armor.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to backstab the suit of armor. So while it's turned and it's whacked on my friend with its glaive, that was very bad manners. Can I sneak around like to maybe here? And with my dog slicer, this is not going to do anything, but can I attack the suit of armor with a backstab?
Get him a little flank there. Absolutely, you can.
Great. All right, that's what I'll do. You know what? Sure. And I'm gonna try to stay out of the reach of that glaive if I can. Let me find my character again. Good Lord.
Yeah, no worries. So flanking, you just have to be on opposite sides, and so he gets a -2 circumstance penalty to their AC, making him off guard,
Gotcha.
and that makes him subject to precision damage.
Okay, I
Oh.
will attack him with my dog slicer, like so.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So the attack is a 12, which I do not think is going to hit, even at -2. So his AC is 17.
I missed it.
So the
Well,
-2, your dog slicer bounces off the metal of the armor and does not penetrate.
well, I did what I could. I'll come back next round with more trouble.
But we in Pathfinder 2, we have 3 actions per round. It's a
Oh.
3-action initiative. So your first action was to move into position. Your
Yep.
second action was to attack. You get a second attack. So hit
Is that
attack
right?
number 2.
Pathfinder. Okay, it's 2. Okay, cool. I'm gonna whack him again, and I roll almost hit him.
16, close. So his AC is 17. You get -2 for precision. So you need a 15. So that's a hit.
Oh,
So in
got him.
addition to your seemingly unintelligible bludgeoning damage, you do get additional damage from sneak attack. So you have done 14 points as you slip
Ooh.
your dog slicer in between the cracks of the armor and give it a twist. And you could see the creatures like kind of cranking around. But you
I
have done
Hmm.
14 points of damage.
Okay. That's what you get for being
Oh,
a
incarnation. Did you? It's
ill
it's your
mannered.
dex. D6 plus your dex. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that was a hell of a roll. What did you roll? A 4 and a 4.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Well,
almost not max, but okay. So
there's more where that came
14
from.
points of damage. Slash precision. Okay. Good. All right. The creature is grievously wounded. That dog slicer is stuck in there, and you manage to pull it out with a scrape. And now it is Iggy's turn.
Iggy is going to cast Lesson of Glass.
Lesson of Glass. Okay, tell us what that does.
I'm going to put it because
Put it
it's
in the
not
chat.
on my character sheet. I'm going to
Yep.
put it in the
I remember.
chat.
All right, Lesson of Glass. Let's see what that does. Sounds like a specialty spell. Lesson of Glass. First level, your patron gains the insight into the balance between brilliance and brittleness. You gain Lesson of Glass, which is a hex, range 30 feet. You command light to focus into a razor-edged beam. Target must attempt a reflex save. Critical success. It's dazzled. Success. Target DC 6. Failure. The target. I think those are. I think those are. I think those are flipped. I think critical failure is the target is dazzled. And this is on the same. Oh, no. This is right. Never mind.
It's only dazzled.
It's
Takes no
against
damage.
it's the reflex save, which
Yeah.
makes a critical save. All right. So reflex save for a suit of armor is not going to be huge. Oh, it's actually a lot better than I thought it was. All right. So,
Ooh.
yeah, no. So what's the DC on this? On the reef save?
That would just be my normal DC, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
So
Yes.
17.
11. He did not. Wait a second. I rolled the damn wrong
Excellent.
dice. Roll the wrong dice. Walk it back, people. I rolled a D8, not a D20. I'm looking at a green number and I'm like, I got max. How did I not get this? All right, here we go. Now let's give it another try. Ooh, natty twunzo. So the DC is 17. So in this case, I got a 23. That is a success, but it's not a critical success. So I take 1d6 fire damage. Now let me check. I have to check and see
might
if
be
he is
immune.
immune. He's immune to bleed, death, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing, mental, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poison, sick in spirit, unconscious, vitality, and void. You know what I don't see there? Fire. So fire is
Okay.
good. So that's a D6. Go ahead and roll it.
And 1 persistent
Ooh.
fire damage.
Max damage. No, it's success.
Yeah, it's only
he
on
didn't fail.
success he gets the persistent.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, 6 points. Excellent.
Okay. Now
You
when
didn't
that
like that.
happens,
Yes.
Faylene,
Mhm.
centered on where she's at. I need a 5-foot radius
Okay, on Faylene.
on Faylene,
All
and
right.
she had just exploded in a burst of very slippery sand.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
That is now difficult terrain.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
Actually, you know what? It's a 5-foot rad. I'm gonna get you a thing so you can move her. It doesn't move with her, correct?
No, it only lasts 1 turn and it does not move with her. In fact, she's going to move right back. So, oops, sorry, disconnected from her.
Okay.
That Faylene is
Oh, here we go.
pretty cool. Very cool.
There we go.
I'm gonna put this in the backaroo. Okay, and that way I can take this off of her. There we go. There's your 5-foot radius.
Okay.
Now, do you want to move it forward or anything? Or just leave it right
No,
there?
it would be centered on where she was.
Okay.
So I moved her where I wanted her to be for that.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
mostly to protect us as the spellcasters.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to try casting a second spell because that was, well, it didn't say on the sheet you gave me. Is that a 1 action or 2 action?
That's almost certainly a 2 action.
Okay. So then I probably don't have a 1 action left.
She would use her other action to move away from it.
Yeah, but I already am. So
Gotcha.
there you go.
All right, Xandarius, this thing just hit you.
Yeah, that's didn't even ask permission. That's what gets me. It asked permission. That's okay. All right. I will I guess I will swing at it.
Okay. What are you swinging?
My orc neck splitter.
Ooh, okay, cool. Next splitter. Okay, so 10 is going to miss.
And do I get the +2 as well for it being flanked?
You do, but that's still a
Okay.
12, and that's not
No,
going to
I
help
know.
you.
That's fine.
So first attack is a miss.
All right. Then I will hit second attack number.
Second attack. Ooh, is a
Ooh, wow.
21. Very nice. All right, so that is a hit. And so you do 4 damage. His AC is 17, so it's not a critical success, but it is a success. So 4 damage. I'll go ahead and take that off.
Okay. And for my
There you
third,
go.
I will raise my shield.
All right, and you raise up your shield to defend yourself. Excellent. Okay, so your shield is raised. Tenzin, what about you?
So if I step here and then here, am I stepping through 2? Because Akutagawa's got him
Gotta
flanked on
remember,
that side,
Kutagawa is pretty small.
Yeah, Kutagawa is small. Well, I mean, what are you
but
trying
I
to
can't occupy the same space.
do? No.
That's what I mean. I need to step in front to hit it.
Correct, which would
You
be
can hit it
difficult
from that
terrain.
diagonal, though.
Is it difficult terrain for 2 steps?
Correct. It will cost you 2 steps.
Will 25 feet get me there?
To where? Well, where do you want to be?
Right in front of it.
Like right here? Oh yeah, 25 feet will get you there.
Okay. So I will
In
move.
fact, that's exactly what it is because you're moving through. Is there any other issues that Tenzin is going to acquire moving through
Difficult
Phaline
terrain.
spell?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just difficult
No.
terrain. So yeah, you have exactly the
difficult
amount
terrain.
you need.
Okay. And then I will assume my mountain stance
Okay, so you move. That's one action. Assume the stance. That's another action.
section, and then I'll do flurry of blows to get
All
2
right,
attacks
2 hits
on
in
him.
1 action. Here you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Attack.
14 is you're not flanking. So in this case, that is still a miss. It would still be a miss
Okay.
even if you were, but you're not.
Second attack. 18
Ooh, that's an 18. Now that is a hit.
for 8 damage.
8 points of damage. That hit him hard. You see, you give him another one of those punches to the dome that you are so good at, and you could see when you hit him that the helmet, which is a closed helmet, just sort of rocks backward real quick. You hear the clink of the back of the helmet hitting the top of the back plate armor as his head goes snapping backwards. It snaps backwards. You see it bring the glaive around, and it looks like it's going to attack you next time. For that the temerity to come and punch him in the dome. But not if Velcro has his way. Velcro, you're up, bud.
This thing's got
All
a lot
right.
of hit points.
I can't tell how many it has. I don't see a
Oh wait, hold
marker on it.
Well, it's taken like almost 30 points.
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you guys players permissions. There you go. See the blue?
I
Okay.
do not unless somebody's covering it up.
Might be
I see
somebody's
the green.
covered.
Akutagawa, is he covering it? Or is it behind the wall?
Hold on. I'm just gonna move him down, see if you can see it now.
Yeah. Well, that's green, not blue.
Why is the green showing but the blue's not?
Yeah, and the green's not been touched.
Well, that's mostly his AC for me. Oh wow, I clicked it. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Oh,
How about
there
now?
it is.
There it is.
Now it
Yeah,
showed
see,
up.
there's like that little teench there.
Oh,
That's
I
his hit
see it
points.
now.
So I'm gonna put him back where he belongs. Sorry. There we go. Okay, good. All right, Tenzin, you just hit. So Velcro, you are up.
All right. We're going to go ahead and try to daze him.
Hey, by the way, before you go ahead and hit, I just want to say this icon. Look at that icon. That is fantastic. The ornamentation on that. I'm just want to point that out to
Yeah, it
everybody.
is.
That's
It
that's
is
really
cool.
He looks like the one guy from Lord of the Rings. I forget what
which
his
guy?
name- I forget what his name is. He's one of the I'll have to look it back up to
Not Strider.
Jon
not-
Snow.
no
It
wrong
does kind of look like
Use
that.
the
Yeah.
force, John.
Game of Thrones. So I'm thinking Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
That'll make a lovely effigy on your tombstone.
All right, John. What is Velcro doing?
We're gonna daze him, but I can't cast a spell on my character sheet. I'm not sure why.
Daze him. Okay.
I can't. I'll post it. I don't know why it's not working tonight. It worked fine the other night.
All right. You push into the target's mind. Okay. So let me stop you. Because it is a mental
Construct.
attack and it is a construct, so it's immune to
Got no
a daze.
mind.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
So I'm
animated armor of some sort.
giving you that heads up beforehand so you don't waste the spell.
oh, thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and divine lance him again.
Ooh, okay. Just right around. Can you go can you shoot it around Tenzin or
I can't roll. I don't know how to roll attack. It won't can work.
you did before?
Hold on. I'm having a little bit of problem over here. Oh, here
No
we go.
worries. No worries.
Let's try this.
It's all a journey. Divine Lance 19. That is a hit for 4 damage. That is going to be enough to kill it. And as the lance pierces the thing, it blows right through. You can see a warm, like a hot spot on the side of the armor, kind of glows yellowly as the radiant energy goes shooting through it. And then it collapses sideways, dropping the glaive at its feet and clattering to the ground before it can get an attack in, which I think is really sad.
Well, it got an
But
attack
weeping
in.
is great.
It got an attack.
Look at it, it's true. And we fall out of initiative as you guys stand over a pile of old armor, sort of sitting on the ground in front of you.
Somebody detect magic.
Thus, I'm going to take 2 actions and cast a healing spell on myself,
Okay,
and that'll give me back 8 hit points, and I only need 6.
gotcha. Okay, so back up to full. You guys stand over the armor. You guys, those of you who are skilled, I'm assuming Xandarius and Tenzin, to a lesser extent Tenzin, but certainly you, Xandarius, would have a little bit of knowledge about the quality of armor, especially, including plate armor.
Yep.
And I would say, give me a quick perception check until I figure out something different.
Oh,
Would you roll?
25.
25.
25.
Or would you rather have a survival? Would that make
No,
more
in this
sense?
case, perception is right. This is a set. Although you were accurate in determining that is an old set of armor, it is an incredibly well crafted and very practical set of armor. It's also made for a rather large man. So
like 7 foot, like 7 foot large.
well, not quite that large, but frankly, an armor or a blacksmith might have a far easier time fixing this up for a 7-foot person, as opposed to some of the other armors and various kinds of things that you might have.
And would it be considered medium armor if that's the case?
It's plate armor, so it would be
Okay.
considered heavy armor.
Yeah, never mind.
And it does
So the-
bear that windmill
Family
sigil
crest.
on the front.
But
Yeah,
I think if we get Velcro and then a Kutagawa sitting on his shoulders,
two dudes in a set of plate mail. There you go.
Yeah,
then they
we
can
could
buy.
do-
Then they can buy liquor at the liquor store.
Like Master Blaster.
I'm a
Yeah,
human.
exactly.
I'm 6 foot tall.
I'm going to examine the glaive. Is the glaive a 2-handed glaive?
It is definitely a two-handed glaive. It is large, heavy, high quality. Looks like it's been in a couple of battles too.
Tenzin, does that interest you? Do you use a bow
Not at
staff?
all.
Okay. How about you, Velcro?
I use my cloth clothing and my wits
Okay.
about me.
Well, Iggy, other than a stripper pole, I don't think that would do too much for you.
No interest to me at all.
But Broomhilda might have an interest in it.
You'd have to saw
That's
about
true.
half the stick down, but yeah, maybe.
'Cause she is a dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can alter the stick fairly easily.
Yeah, I mean, it's just chop it in half.
Yeah,
Here you go.
make a note of that if you wouldn't mind, Tenzin, and we'll see if she wants to
All
do
right.
that because it might do more damage than her present weapon. I don't know.
Should I put that as 3rd floor?
Yeah, we're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, this would be third floor.
All right. I'll take
Now
a
you
quick.
can go check in that
Yeah,
room.
I was gonna say I'll go take a quick look in here, and do I
Okay.
just see more bookcases?
No, this is a little different. So this looks like a storage room for cleaning supplies, frankly.
Oh, okay.
The door is standing open. But it's essentially a storage closet. There's on
They
one
have some
side,
ammonia, vinegar,
well, it's
steel wool.
Bleach?
We can make bombs
Don't
with that.
it
don't
would
mix the bleach and the ammonia.
there are bottles, but they look like they're empty, either evaporated or spilled. There are linens like towels and bedding, blankets, some old pillows. There's even a little basket that has what look mistakeably like little soaps, sort of in there. Now, I don't know if they're guest soaps, but
Are
they
there
could
little
be.
mints?
No mints. Not that I can see, but
I'll rifle through it all real quick to see if there's anything else stored in there.
yeah, there's like various kinds of brooms and
Yeah.
mops and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely a
Okay.
closet.
Not, yeah, nothing of value. Okay. Is that glaive gonna leave a sexy scar?
Yeah, you already healed it up.
It cracked you in the small of the back, so I don't know that it drew any blood. It probably
Ah.
crunched you a little bit though.
Crap.
Well, it was
Okay.
that was a lot of hit points for a crack in the back. So I don't know, maybe probably snapped a few side
all right.
bones or something.
I dig scars.
But yeah, this is a cleaning closet of some sort.
Akuda, you want to check that door there, and we'll go through
Glad
it, or I'll.
to, glad to. I will do that. I'm gonna perceive again. Here comes the perceive to check for traps or whatever. That's not great. That's not a great thing.
Get to add one.
Thank you. Thank you for the guidance. Lately, it seems I need it.
I don't know. You had a couple of nat 20s
I don't know.
today,
I
or
keep
nat
getting
19
attacked by
today.
inanimate objects. So
Well, apparently I'm just a little
those
bit
days may not be over.
erratic. Anyway, I got an 11.
11 plus 1
What?
is 12. Yeah, you don't.
I'm sorry. It was 10 plus 1.
Gotcha.
10
Okay.
plus 1.
10 plus 1,
11
11.
total,
All right.
so.
Even so, you do notice this door is unlocked. It doesn't seem to be trapped, but there is so frankly, there's a really large sort of door lock on this door. This is something you haven't seen elsewhere in the house. But there's definitely a large sort of key lock on this door. This door is not locked now, but it could very well be locked at some point.
Pre-locked.
Okay, I will open the door.
Okay. Go ahead. The door opens and you look in, and let me get some light over there. One second. All right. You come into a large room. It's a large and lonely room. It's expansive in size, but of minimal furnishings that make it sort of melancholy, especially given now that you can hear outside of the windows, and there's no curtain on these windows, so you can see outside. You can see that rain has begun falling outside, and it's tapping across the windows. It's very dark out. There's a set of doors over here that go out to what look to be some sort of outside balcony. And you do see what looks to be a sort of large but droopy looking bed, sort of in the middle, flanked by a couple of nightstands. There's a large wardrobe over on the north wall, and a full length mirror over sort of next to the thing over in this area. It's very cold in this room. It's strangely cold.
Cold.
Strangely
cold. Oh. Strangely, what would cause it to be cold?
Well, the windows aren't covered, and so are the doors.
Well, the windows don't have curtains, but they're closed.
Yeah, but that still doesn't mean they're not drafty.
Windows, okay. Drafty windows, or ghosts.
That would be really cruel of us.
No, it's obvious.
Is that true?
It is true. So as you
God
guys are
damn
sort
it.
of wandering around,
Oh, look at this.
you
This
s-
door
you s-
closes.
you see over in the corner,
Oh my
you
God.
see what looks to be a figure. At first you're like, there's a woman in here. But then you look around and you can see the mirror behind her
Ah.
and through her. And then you see the woman itself because as she sort of turns to change and look at you, and you see her ghostly image sort of looking through accusingly
Pretty,
at you.
I
very pretty.
said it was a
Oh my
Kutagawa.
You definitely feel like that this woman was beautiful in life and young,
Mhm.
but that life was stolen from her. Red eyes sort of glow menacingly. She has made no I mean, she's not moving forward. She's just standing in front of the mirror, sort of looking at you and looking at you sort of accusatorily more than anything else.
Oh wow.
Is it what I consider an older woman or
Would have been a younger woman.
that's what I was asking. Yeah. That's like teenager?
Mrs. Durst.
Late
maybe.
teens, early 20s, probably.
That I'm thinking it might be the daughter.
No, this is
No?
at least the daughter. At least, well, if you're gauging the daughter on the skeleton, that's in the upper floor. This is an older woman.
Older. Okay.
The daughter, at least in all the stuff that you saw, the daughter was in her like very early teens, 12 or 13.
Okay.
This woman looks to be potentially in her early 20s.
Don't we have some clerics out there in the other
Well, I
room?
mean, we're role playing. We're still
All right,
coming through the
It's
doors.
turning to stare at you guys, and you see her eyes begin to glow
Uh-oh.
malevolently. She hasn't moved forward, but as Velcro jumps
It's
onto
on
the
the
bed,
bed.
hiya! You see her eyes kind of look over. Ah.
That's my bed.
Hey, don't jump up and down on that bed. Unless I'm going to raise my shield so I don't have to do that.
Okay. She looks over. Does anybody do anything? She hasn't moved towards you. She's just sort of looking over at you with
Ask
fire
ask
eyes.
if it's Mrs. Durst.
Give me a
Greetings.
perception check.
I don't know if I'd ask if it was Mrs. Hurst. This
Hard
might be the
Wait.
mistress too.
Did he have a mistress?
Yeah, if you read the note from the thing or
Oh, okay.
from
Oh.
Strahd, he said that you slept with a woman and produced an undead child. So
That's
Oh,
right.
stillborn.
stillborn. I'm thinking that's the mistress.
That's why she was all mad. Okay, that's why
Yeah.
Mrs. Durst was mad.
Okay.
She does look. So to oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eric. I apologize. I interrupted you.
Oh no. I was just about to say we should say something mollifying to the ghost, but that's all.
Well, she doesn't say anything to you guys. She just sort of looks at you guys, and it's very clear. So Xandarius, with your perception check, it's very clear to you that she was very much a beautiful young woman in life. But that now in her ghostly form, it looks like if we look again, sort of at her, it looks like maybe, I don't know, that tortured, but she certainly has an undead vibe about her. And she's looking, I guess it's less angry at you guys as it is accusatorily, like you have
Okay,
done
right.
this to me.
Gotcha. I
You
asked,
do
did she
also
come
notice,
out of that mirror or just near it?
as far as you could tell, you didn't see her. One moment she was there, the next moment she was.
Okay.
I mean, she wasn't there, and then she was there. She also you notice one thing with that 19 perception is that the dress that she is wearing, there are darker stains, not blood, but like wetness on her chest.
on her
Like her
chest.
chest is
Like
like is
lactating.
dark. Could be. It's in the right zone. It's certainly not blood.
Mhm.
Okay.
She just looks at you accusatorily.
Oh dear. Well, that's quite sad actually.
I pick up a Kutagawa like a little baby and say, "Is this the one you're looking for?"
Wait a minute. Who's got the figurine?
Who
I
has the
do.
what?
What do you
the
think it's connected?
it's worth a try.
I can take the figurine out and make sure she sees it.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I do
How do
think we
you,
should show
But
respect
she's
to the
not,
ghost.
she's not becoming aggressive, is
yeah,
She's
how do
not becoming
we,
aggressive, but she's looking at you guys accusatorily.
How-
The chill in this room has, I mean, it started out cold. Now it's icy in here. You could see your breath.
Yeah.
how do we talk to her?
Velcro
Okay.
say,
Hey, babe, do you
hello,
come here
what's your
often?
story?
That's usually how you start it.
Velcro, the moment you get onto that side of the bed, you see her head just sort of, she was sort of looking at you all generally, but now you see her red eyes sort of focus on you.
Uh-oh.
I need you to make
Uh-oh.
a will save.
Ooh, I got a bad feeling
Is
about
this,
this.
that must be her side of
That
the
might be
bed.
her side of the bed, yeah.
Yeah.
24, yeah. For a moment there, so 24, you made the save, but you felt this wave of coldness and not hatred, sort of like the feeling that you get when you've loved somebody a long time ago and they didn't love you back, and not only did they not love you back, but they treated you, they did something to you that was absolutely terrible.
They
And
did you dirty.
that sort of hatred touched with uh sort of affection and mollified by that sort of putrid feeling that you get. It passes over you in a wave as she's staring at you. She's still staring at you, and you can see her mouth kind of moving, but there's no words or sound coming out. And as this wave hits you, there's like a wave of blindness comes over you, and then it passes, slowly. You can feel there's a snap and you can see nothing but black, and then slowly, the room and the function begin to come back into focus.
I'll say, Jessica, is that you from Chicago?
Dawn, I remember you well.
I'll say, hello. Can you tell us your story?
She's looking strangely at you. Give me. Do they have sense motive in this game? I bet they do.
Um,
Yes, sensing motive. Give me a sense motive check.
There's no such thing.
There is. It takes one action. You
He
can tell
needs to
whether
do
a
one, or you
creature's.
need to do one.
He needs to do one.
Where,
You can
where
try to
do
tell
you-
whether a creature's behavior is abnormal. Choose one creature and assess it for body language, signs of nervousness.
PF2?
what do you
PF2 or
have to
PF1?
roll for it?
That's PF1.
No, I'm pulling it from archives. Here we go. Just put
It's
it in here.
It's nothing on my character sheet about that.
hmm.
So roll. Yeah, okay. Roll. I'll just give it to you. Roll a sense motive check. Give me a number.
Yeah, but
One.
where is sense,
Perfect.
where is sense motive on the list to roll? That's what I'm
It's
looking
not
at.
under our skills, is what he said.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's probably diplomacy,
Let's
right?
see.
it's a secret trait. I roll it for you.
Oh,
All
In
right.
PF2?
Yeah. It's an action, and I roll it for you. You could say I'm gonna try and sense their motive, and then I roll it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I'm gonna
Didn't know
roll.
we had secret traits.
Apparently.
Wow.
All right. So as you're looking at her, you try to talk to her as like, you say, how can we help you? What's wrong? Why are you doing this? She looks at you, and you can see her mouth is still moving, but it's not making any. I mean, you don't read lips or anything, so it's not like um, making any sense. But you can see this wave of energy just is emanating off of her, and you can still feel it. You can still feel that sort of like putrid, betrayed feeling in the pit of your stomach. It isn't making you blind, in this case, like it was almost going to. But you could still feel it.
Yeah.
And it's just roiling off of her in waves.
Hmm.
Guy, okay.
Wow. So she's in pain. We should find a way to assuage the pain.
That's what I want to do.
Let me see.
I'm all
Oh,
about healing. I'm all about healing undead. Yeah.
we
I
just
don't
don't
know.
have a way to talk to her. That's the problem.
I wonder if there's a symbol that she needs to see, or a sign, or some sort of thing she needs to see. I'm trying to think.
Xandarius, what are you trying to do with that occultism skill?
Trying to determine her motive towards us.
Okay. 19's pretty good. So you've read about ghosts and specters and things of that nature, revenants and various kinds of undead. Yeah, this is striking you to a certain extent more like a haunt, in that
Okay.
she's trapped in this place, brought here from an undead sense, to return to the scene of the crime, perhaps that kind of
Do I know if we
vibe.
can cleanse that space for her?
There are many tales in your studies of haunts, of places that were amongst your tribe and other tribes of orcs where terrible things took place in this or that place, and subsequently those places were avoided, and then shamans or doughty warriors would go in and be able to cleanse that place. But you've never done it yourself.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I do have religion checks as well.
Okay.
Not to be a Debbie Downer, it is 11 o'clock our time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Well, so we're still in this room. Do you guys want to stop here and then we'll resume next time in
No,
this room?
That's fine.
That sound good?
Thank
All
you.
right. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sounds like a
Dan,
plan.
Thanks,
the
everybody.
flash flood warning go bye-bye yet?
Yeah, Dan, are you
No,
you're not
I am
floating?
still getting a lot of heavy rain.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Good
Well, stay
luck.
dry,
careful.
man.
Good luck.
Okay.
Be careful.
I'll get back to work on the arc now.
Sounds good.
Take care, buddy.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you for the game. We will see you
Thank you so
in
much.
2 weeks.
Yeah. See
Later,
ya.
boys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Sounds
dudes.
good, guys.
Take care.
Later.